I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna figure. I will genuinely. I will if I can start out of the abyss with 3 inspiration off rip. Hold on, let me plead my case. I will genuinely take time out of my day, hours, to learn how to throat sing. I will tune it in an app, put in a bunch of instruments or whatever for uh for for boom for the introduction. Would that please,
All
please?
inspo get erased when
That's
we
what I'm
go to
saying.
Out of the Abyss.
That's what I'm saying to start off out of the abyss with three.
Nah, 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 nah. Okay, who
That's
wants to give a recap?
Well, last week we just kind of hung out and chatted about stuff.
Oh, that's true. So who wants to
That's
give
my
a
recap.
Oh,
uh,
I'm kidding. I'm just
Uh,
doing
Ace, are you
let's.
fine.
streaming as well?
Huh?
Are you streaming as well?
Oh no, I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
there he is.
Yo, there he is.
There's the boy.
Hi.
Sorry, I just woke up.
Got the
It's all
guitar.
good, man.
The boy who lived has come to play. I'm, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Session 5.
Uh,
What did we do?
Recap. That was, uh, we got Harbin into bed and we're like, sleep well, friend. You're gonna die if you don't. And then we went to rest at the Townmaster Hall. And while everybody was resting, Denali was like, yo, Rathun, do you cards? And Rathun was like, yo, Denali, I do in fact cards. And so they carded. Uh, uh, there were quite a few cards drawn. Denali can now stop time. And Katil was like, bitch, no, you can't. And she told him, when the time is right, time will stop. And he was like, cool. Rathun got really stupid and then got slightly less stupid. Denali got restrained by magical chains. Rathun regained his intelligence back by 2, so he's still down 1. And now something about being hunted by an evil slug. I don't know. Um, but then,
Oh, I forgot about.
oh, sorry, Rathun. I kind of shot you in
Fuck.
the dick there. My bad.
Oh,
From there, Rathun was like, I don't think we should play this anymore. And Denali was like, you're a coward. And he said, challenge accepted, but we're going to get the others to play next time. And so we told them about it, and they kind of looked at us like we were crazy. From there, Denali was put on Polina's floating disc and received the informative education she did not ask for or know that she needed, but it will come in handy later. And then Kosh came back and said a prayer to his lizard god and freed Denali. He has a drunk smoking rabbit. Um, we went back to check on Harbin, and Polly and Rathun were like, hey, Harbin, your door sucks. We want it. And Harbin said no. And they were kind of persistent. I don't want to say pushy, but they were persistent about it. And Denali was like, you guys, he said no. No means no, let it go. And then Rathun kind of, not in a hissy fit, but he had kind of said, if that's how it's going to be, then that's fine. And had made an exit for himself to go and brood. And Denali came after him to talk, and they shared a really nice moment. There was a really good exchange where some bonding took place. And he shared the story. I do not remember the name of the character, but as a child, there was a kid that he had played with, and I believe she was homeless and not very well off. And they would play and run the streets together, and he would sometimes bring her inside and feed her when his parents weren't home, and then his mom found out and was like, that needs to stop. And then the last time that he had seen her, she had come to the door and asked to come in, and he turned her away and closed the door on her. After that, he saw her one more time, running the streets, and I believe had actually killed someone, and I believe in trying to put an end to that, you had killed her. Am I remembering that correctly? And then it wasn't until after her life had been taken that you realized who it was. Um, and you have been carrying that ever since. And not wanting to make that same mistake and not wanting to close a door and prevent something else traumatic or dramatic from happening is why you were so adamant about the adamantine. And Denali basically told him, like, you were a child, you didn't know any better, like, you had no way of knowing, like, you can't carry that. And then basically went on to say that, you know, you don't have to carry things alone anymore. You know, we've got a solid group. All of us have been through some stuff, but we're all resilient. While this is going on, the words of Harbin hit Polina pretty hard. Basically, I believe he had told her that this isn't one of your stories. This is real life, and it has real consequences. And that struck a chord with Polina. And she basically told him, like, there's truth to stories. Like, there's more truth than you're giving them credit for. And to downplay it and take away from it, like, you can't do that. And the way I envision it is kind of like her doing like the Naruto run out of the room with a very emphatic "No." Um, and I believe that's where we left off with the session and the fireside chat.
Harbin did kind of give a response after Polly left.
Oh, well, Denali's not there. Harbin made
Yeah,
Polly
that's
cry.
true.
Fuck him. But yeah, we had left off in
Man.
the fireside chat with Denali asking Rathun, like, is this normal? Like, obviously it's retconned a little bit because I didn't see her run by, but I'm assuming I would have recognized her voice even though the wail was different than what I normally hear from her. So Denali is kind of standing at the ready in the doorway and asking Rathun, like, is this normal? What is going on?
Take it away. So,
Okay. No, go ahead. Proceed.
yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, Polly, if you like that little niche in the wall right there, like in between the hat room and the
Yep.
and
Yeah,
the and
little
the main
alcove.
room, yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
So Denali would have kind of heard her, and that's kind of where she goes.
For me.
So yeah, Rothun will sort of get up, grab his dice, and he'll say, sort of taking in a new breath to move with new poise. That is not a sound we've heard Polly make once during any of this. It's, I don't want to say it sounded like a whale, but it's that. If it heard from anyone else, I would say it was. But we've never heard Paulina. It's just strange to even say whale or bud, probably cry. But no, that's never happened before.
Okay, I have one question. Hold on. Give me 1 second. My PC's kind of slow. We were like still at Harbin's house. I just want to like clarify that.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
And you, Katil, and Koi are still in the room, and Jimbo, and Cuddles.
Meow.
Puddles is knocking things off of the desk slowly.
And after Polly kind of ran away, the last thing that Harbin kind of put, I guess I could read it again. What he said.
Yeah.
So, gosh darn it. He kind of breathes out slowly, rubbing his temple, and the strain of it all pressing in on him on every side. I don't know what gods or spirits tied your fate to that door. But I won't pretend your friend is wrong. Maybe she is part of something, a larger story. Maybe we all are. And he kind of gestures with his right hand towards the hat room, and he says, "But I didn't have that thing built because I wanted to be part of a story. I had it built because I didn't want anyone else to be in one like mine. That door, it was supposed to be a full stop, a final sentence, if you will. I thought if it was made strong enough and had sealed it well enough, no one would have to write what came after. But if she's right, if there is more to that door than I could ever understand, then maybe it's not the end of a story. Maybe it's the beginning of one. If Polly truly believes that door will help shape what comes next, then she has to find the part of the tale that proves it. And when she does, when you all do, you come back and tell me that story. Not just with your words, but with your deeds." And he kind of like goes to like reach his arm underneath the bed, and he like can't get there. And he asks he asks you, Rayloff, could you reach under there for me, please?
Yeah, I mean, he'll quietly do so. You kind of see him. He's getting a little bit irritated just by being in the house. Kind of just, I don't know how much longer I can stand to just be in here. So he's gonna like do so, kind of as fast as possible for Harbin.
Okay. And you'll kind of pull out a sack of coin. Above table, this is the reward for bringing frickin' what's his face back,
There you go.
Big Al. And he'll say, this is for you all. I know it's not as much as adamantine, but hopefully it'll help you in your journeys, and it'll be triple the amount of the quest. So whatever that was, I think that was 100, so 300. And then he'll say, like I said before, in my state, I can't keep you from taking the door, but do with it what you will. But please go after Polly and make sure she doesn't believe she's alone in this, because I know what that kind of belief can do. And he'll kind of go to like close his eyes a little bit, like almost like he needs to sleep.
About to say, I thought you were gonna kill him. My bad.
No.
He succumbs to his wound.
Yeah, I'm gonna like hand the coin to Katil and say, I'm not really big on money, or I don't really have much of a use for this, so give this out to the others if you don't mind, brother. So yeah.
You ain't gotta throw the brother to butter me up, like.
But yeah, I mean, I'd kind of regroup with Rothun and Denali and Polly, or try to find her.
Where did you guys put the door? Above table?
It was
it
outside.
outside of that? It was outside? Okay, I'll just put that there for the door.
Denali would quickly make her way down the hall, going towards the sound of the sound that she'd heard, and calling out, Bolly, Bolina. As we approach, what is Polly doing?
Oh, forgot I was muted. Yeah. So she's not actually like sniffling or anything because her tear ducts don't work. Because she wasn't keeping them working. So she's just kind of hunched over in the corner, and she's actually just quiet because she's gotten a little distracted.
I would walk over and slowly place my hand on your shoulder. Are you okay? What is
What?
it?
Oh, oh,
Why
what?
do you
Oh,
have
sorry. Yes. What?
why do you have ink on your face? Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. She rubs at her face a little bit. She's sorry. No, I just it's just a thing. I need to. I forgot about those things. I hadn't been using them much, but I'm okay. I guess.
What has
She looks a little
happened?
sad though.
And as she asked that, she would kind of look to Rayloff as he's making his way downtown.
Probably just sighs.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
No, my bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Rilov was gonna kind of stroll through here and say, is everything all right? Um, Harbin said that we can kind of do as we wish, do what we want with the door. Something about stories. Although I do think it's quite silly in the end. It's nothing but a dream. Reality is what really matters. I grow tired of this idea of stories and tales of nonsense. But anyhow, how's Polly doing? I heard she was going through something. Am I correct?
I am not sure, and would look back to Polly. All of this is very confusing to me.
She's kind of pouting. She looks at Rayloff and she says, "Well, I'm just a little tired. Everyone's just been taking everything.
Are you not the one taking the door?
We found the door.
I don't believe that's what happened, but okay. And Denali would look back to Rathode and like quietly whisper, "What is fucking going on?"
Can probably ask Adil when he comes back. And Rotun will sort of peek around the corner. Well, in any case, Paulina, it sounds like Rayloff said Harbin was just like, we can do what we wish, so come on. You can march that big shiny door all the way to Neverwinter, and we'll get it smelted down, and you'll get first dibs on what you want to do with your piece.
Neverwinter. I thought we had to go to the mines."
Well, yeah, but are you intending to carry around the adamantine door the whole time? Unless they have a forge here that's capable of melting it down.
She just looks at him. She's like, "Well, of course. I mean, what else would we do with it?"
We could put it back.
Rotun will lay a hand on Denali's arm and be like, honestly, after already taking it out, I don't even think I'd want to put it back anyways. We've gone this far. I think we should just make use of it.
You know my stance on it. But as I'd said before, I will not stand in your way. If Harbin has given permission to take it, than he is given permission. Though, I will say, as I kind of like look over to Riloff, giving up for the sake of not arguing is different than giving a blessing.
Say that one more time. I did not hear you. My bad.
Though giving up for the sake of not arguing is not the same as giving blessing. And she'll kind of shrug and take a step back to let Polly through.
Yeah, she just kind of like pushes past you. She's like, fine, whatever. And then she just kind of like stomps a little bit as she moves out. And she's like, yeah, they took my hat, they took my bag, they took the wand. And it's like, now they're going to take the door. And she's just muttering as she like walks outside.
Speaking of doors, I can't stand a minute in this house. You guys see me like wiping sweat off my face. Like, I mean, I'm heading out of here. I do not feel too good being in this house anymore. I'm gonna, get some fresh air.
And as you two kind of walk out of the house, you'll see Big Al coming by with two of the Vandalin women. And he'll say, "Oh, you're leaving so soon?"
Eh. I don't know. I don't know. Sometime she just marches out and passes, and she just kind of goes over and just sits on the edge of the door, puts her hand on it. Oh, and then she concentrates for a while, and then Cuddles disappears. Blink. Only to reappear again. Blink. At her side.
And Big Al will continue in with the helpers.
She cuddles with Cuddles. At least you won't leave me.
And once Big Al gets around to Harbin's room, he kind of sees that Harbin is, looking pretty frail, looking pretty tired, and he'll say, "Well, I found some help. Like I said I would. These two gracious women here are going to take care of Harbin. Thank you all again for saving me. It definitely wasn't needed. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to find my family. But thank you for giving me at least a shimmer of hope."
You will
And
not.
he'll...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
You will not find them with that attitude.
Good point. And he'll kind of he'll pull out that picture that his daughter drew for him again, and he'll say, "This will be the thing that guides me. This is what I have to hold true to. Hopefully that'll be enough." And he'll go around the room and he'll shake all your hands. And he'll say, I'm off."
Before he goes, Denali will reach into her bag as he's making his round, shaking hands. And she is going to give him one of... Where did it go? One of the red socks. Should you find them, please give us the message as soon as possible.
He'll kind of hold up the sock, and he'll kind of like look around at the rest of the group that's there, and he'll be like, "Thank you.
Still
I'll
don't
be
look away.
I'll be I'll be sure to leave you a message, and he'll walk out.
And Denali is like dead ass serious. Um,
Oh my god.
I'll whisper next to Katil. Katil, it's getting worse.
I know, man. I know.
Are you sure we shouldn't tell her?
No, we shouldn't.
Oh no. Okay, we're gonna just have to play it off like she's a mountain woman and this is just something they do up there. We're just gonna have to we're gonna have to play the other way.
Oh my
But
god.
Teal, if I could talk to you outside of the room real quick,
Yeah, sure.
and I'll beckon for Koi to come out. But once we're like kind of out of Harbin's room, oh excuse me. Hey, I just wanted to double check. Rayloff came and said Harbin just was like, whatever, we can do whatever we want with the door.
I believe so. Yeah.
Little annoying, but as long as he ended up being whatever, I guess. Uh, was that it? Did he do or say anything else to you guys while we were out?
Not really. No.
Damn. Do you still think there's a way we can get paid for bringing Big Al here?
I mean, he's gonna hold up the bag that Rayloff gave him. I mean, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely something while we were gone. That looks a lot more than 100. How much is in there?
How much would be in there?
300.
300. That's right. Yeah, it's about 300 here. Split that, what, 6 ways, so 50 each.
Bro, Food starts counting on one hand. 50 each? What?
Just trust me, buddy. Just trust me.
Hey, man, I don't know if that's right.
Koi comes walking out. I don't need. What's his voice? I don't need any.
I don't
Oh,
need coin.
He's turned into
oh.
a fucking Neanderthal.
And frickin' Jimbo comes and runs up on his shoulder. All I need is Jimbo, my alcohol, and my buckets.
God bless, buddy.
But damn, 50? Okay. Or, well, are we counting? Are we still gonna count Koi? I mean,
I don't do math, but I think that's 20. I don't know.
Just let me know how we're splitting it.
So
Being
coin's
above
not
the
taking.
table. Are we doing it 5 ways or 6?
Seems like 5.
5, yeah. It's alright, Koi. You were never much of a gold man. How much would it be 5 ways, Katil?
60.
Yeah, 60. Thank you, Polly.
Echoing down the hallways.
Speaking of Polly, what is wrong with her? She was upset, or I think she said she was fine, but her actions and the way she carried herself did not align with that.
I think she might just be going through something.
I mean, in any case, we could probably just talk to her outside. It will be better for us to go ahead and, I guess, get moving while the iron's hot. Especially not to mention, we do kind of need to decide on an actual note if we want to take the door, like see if there's a forge here that's capable of smelting the door down. If not, then do we want to bring it to Neverwinter or bring it to the gold mine and then to Neverwinter? It's sort of like
One of
something
the
we
good.
something we should probably consider before taking our first steps.
One of the helper women will say, "Well, if you're wanting to smelt anything, there our town blacksmith tends to hang out at the Fenland Mining Exchange quite a lot.
Oh,
Um,
thank you for that information, random NPC helper.
you're
Sorry,
you're
I got
you're,
myself.
you're, you're quite welcome."
That way. Uh, Same with my friend. Thank you for the information. And then I'll look back to everyone. So, hey, we could try and talk to this smith, see if he can take it down, and then we can decide what to do with it further.
JJ, I'm gonna send you a message really quick.
Okey-dokes.
I know I could use a helmet, or maybe a shield. A small shield.
Polly
Ah,
is just chatting with Rayloff, trying to unconvincingly convince him that stories are important. The fictions we tell each other.
Polly, I have a question. It's just a hat. What can be so important about it that makes it? No, I can't speak today. Sorry. What's so important about this hat that's making you feel this way? It can't be that important, can it?
Well, I mean, everything's important in some way, right?
Some things have more value than others. I'll agree.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
like it's a family
It was a
heirloom.
very wizardy hat, and I don't know. I just really got to like it, and then like it was just snatched away from me, just ripped out of my hands. It's terrible. I mean, you seemed, I don't know, you seemed like you were kind of uncomfortable in the house, right? That seems important to you, and there's probably a story behind why you don't like being inside, right?
Look, Polly, I think stories are neat and all, but it's not real. It's just some things you hear about. It's nothing but make believe and the idea of, or a concept of doing that thing that really can't be achieved in real life. It's
Yes.
just nonsense. You can't eat dreams.
But that's the power, because we can imagine things that aren't real and then make them real. This house, it wasn't real. It was trees that grew up. And then some people came here and they thought, I have a thing in my mind that doesn't exist. And they cut down the trees and they carved them into planks and they made this house. And then it became real. Because somebody had a dream, a fiction, a fantasy, and now here it is. She reaches over and kind of thumps on the wall. Solid.
There's a difference between something that's achievable and something that's not. And some of the stories I heard are quite absurd.
Yes, but she stops for a moment. What about She casts an illusionary image in front of her. Is this real or not? She waves her hand through it. It becomes dim but still barely visible. You know, it's kind of not real, but it kind of is. And magic makes many things possible. Who's to say what does or doesn't exist in the world? Why did those orcs steal my hat? My wizarding hat. They have some story they're telling about some ritual. Is that a fantasy? Should we just ignore it? Everything will be fine. It's just a story they're telling themselves. But what if the story is real?
Give me 1 second. Rayloff's just like kind of confused as hell. Hold on. Um.
There were the three things. There was the thing that we found that those dwarves, the thing we got in the mine, and the hats, and then I think the wand. And they were going to do they want to do some ritual. I don't even know what it is, so I don't know the whole story. But probably not good.
To be honest, I think your concept of story and my concepts of a story are completely different, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, I truly only care about my survival and my family. And if it was up to me, I'd get the hell out of here if I could. These orcs aren't really my issue. And as if for this story, whether it is real or true, I truly don't care in the end. And this hat, it's just a hat. I've seen wizards in the Underdark fight over far less stupider things, and I think this is quite stupid in my eyes. And as he says this, it's like, do with this as you will. And he's gonna kind of like just climb up, Spider-Man-esque, like, just walk up the wall and just sit on the roof, waiting for everybody to leave.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Back to you guys. Are you guys coming out?
Starts Bully McGuire dancing at the top.
Yeah.
Fucking
Fiddle around the
bullshit
roof.
stories. After like going over payment and everything, Rothan would nod. I mean, unless you guys have anything you want to talk to him about, I think we should just get going. See this Smith.
You're telling Katil and Kosh and Denali this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm responding to player messages here.
Ooh.
Is that one the same one that you had just told me? Is that one and the same?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, okay, you can if you want. Yeah, you can if you want.
Okay.
Or
I'm stuck.
Mhm.
Here, 1 second.
But Rothun will, after a little bit, come out. Paulina, where's Rayloff?
He points up to the roof.
Are you like standing like normal, like on top of the roof, or are you like upside down on the lid?
Oh, I'm just like sitting on top of the roof, just like sitting on it.
Rotu will look up. What the fuck are you doing up there?
It's a nice breeze up here. Kind of
Rotu will nod. Yeah, that's fair. It probably is a nice breeze up there. Are you okay? You were a little sweaty inside.
I'm just, this house just feels I can't really explain it, but I just feel sick being there. Like how you would be sick, you know, not being home for a long time or being at a boat for too long. That type of sickness, if that makes sense.
Is it sort of like a nauseating feeling of maybe PTSD remembrance because of what you saw in the tunnels and then seeing Harbin?
It's more like a sick feeling. As if I'm gonna throw up or pass out.
Denali had kind of lingered behind and spoke with Harbin when you guys exited. And when she returns, she has this beautifully crafted like feather headdress on. And in her hand, she has what to her kind of looks like a wizardy hat. I don't know specifically like how to describe it. I don't know if you want to take agency of that, JJ, or if I'm okay to do so.
Good.
So I imagine it kind of looks like a dwarfed version of Paulina's wizard hat that she had before, but had more of like a bowler cap feel to it. It's almost like a bowler cap with just like a little tip on it. And she's walking very proudly as she comes out with this, like, I imagine it to be like comically large headdress of like emerald feathers and things like that. And with her chin held up, holding the bowler cap in her hands, walks towards Polly. I know that this is not your hat. I know it is not the one that was taken from you. And I don't know if it even does anything. But something to keep your head warm until we can retrieve your other hat. And we'll kind of hold it out to her.
Point of inspiration.
Thank you. Like, got permission
I'll add it.
from Harbin before I took this. He said that it was okay. And kind of like nod as she says this, holding the hat to Polly. Probably looking like a complete idiot.
Yeah, no, Polly takes the hat, and she looks like she's trying to be gracious about it, but it's like when you give the kid underwear for Christmas, you know, the 8-year-old. She looks like that. She's like, oh, thank you. It's JJ. It's not. It doesn't feel. It's not magical or anything, right? It's the hat.
No.
Yeah.
Your book is
You know,
definitely
and she's like
not
thinking
doing
it's like
anything.
this looks more like a dunce cap than a wizard hat. And they're clearly different in her mind. And so she's like, "Oh yeah," and she takes it, but she doesn't put it on. She just kind of holds it, sitting on the edge, perched on the edge of the door still.
Hey, Rayloff, give me a con save, please.
All
The
right.
headdress that she's wearing is the same one that gave you the traumatic
Heebie-jeebies.
experience.
If you would
Nice.
prefer the pretty one with the feathers, you can have this one
Alrighty.
instead.
Oh, that's
Oh.
bad. I'm all on inspiration.
Okay, you're coming down with me, brother.
Alrighty.
Ah! No, brother!
Brother of blood.
Above table, what happened with this hat last time? I don't think Denali was with you guys.
He ended up having like this like weird PTSD moment where like he got weak and like he almost like fell, and I forgot who someone like had to like help bring him like outside because he was just like he couldn't be in that room.
Oh shit! Did you guys know?
And
he's
you
allergic.
came out parading it.
Do the characters?
He's apparently he's allergic to feathers.
Do the characters know
I
that it was
guess.
the hat that did that? Okay.
No, we
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. But Denali would offer the feather hat to you if you wanted that instead, after seeing that you were less than happy about her attempt to help.
No, I mean it's even less of a wizarding hat.
Othan's gonna look up at you with an eyebrow raised. That's a interesting choice. You looking for flourishment, intimidation? It's kind of rocking both worlds.
That's kind of reminded me of home. And I thought that since hats were so important to Polly, that maybe if I started to share that interest with her, it might cheer her up. But she'll kind of like hang her head slightly, looking more embarrassed than anything, and kind of take it off.
It's fine. I'm not actually into hats. It's the magic things that I like. The hat was very, it was a very wizardy hat, but it was also a magical wizardy hat. And the bag, that bag. You remember, I could get into the bag. It was like
We
smaller on the outside,
we have that
and
bag.
no, I was looking over the table. Do we actually have it? I thought the orcs stole it.
Yeah,
Denali
we
got
had
it.
it.
Yeah, Denali has it.
Oh,
yeah,
you have
it's
it
just
back. Okay.
Yeah, and she had told you that after she came back from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
orcs, but nobody else picked it up, so Denali did.
Fair. Okay.
Um,
But the wand is gone too, right?
yeah, yeah, the wand
Yeah,
is
yeah,
gone, and then I
okay.
believe the key that had the red ribbon on it is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the
Well, we can
useful
work on it.
stuff.
She didn't complain about the bag, but yeah, she will. Yeah. But also, just to be clear, she is opposed to melting down this door because then it won't be a
Oh,
door. Well, it won't be a door then.
I'm sorry. Do you only want to take this because it's a door?
Yes. Over the table, I have no intention to spend it. It's like I want to haul this insanely valuable thing along, and then like somehow find a way to use it and lose it in a completely dramatic yet ridiculous way.
Oh my god.
I don't want to. I'm not planning to break the economy, the economics of his game world.
Oh, let's
So,
do it. It'll be fun.
well, no, we should. Well, maybe we'll get like something amazing will happen, and then it'll be like it'll be mostly destroyed, and we'll get a tiny chunk of it or something. But yes. No, my
Then
intention
friggin'
all along is to be like, no, to bring it along and haul it along, and then like at some point, like having this adamantine door will somehow be useful.
That's funny.
I don't know how or why, but
It's-
that's my goal.
it sounds like you want a Looney Tunes piano drop it on somebody. You're just like, I'm waiting for the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna kill a
Yeah,
dragon
I mean,
with
we
the
could
door.
drop it on somebody. We could use it to like, yeah, make a temporary bridge across this chasm. I don't know, something will come up where having a big, heavy, nearly indestructible door. It's like an immovable rod, right? You don't know exactly how it's going to be useful, but when you do
For
use
one
it,
day.
it's going to be useful, and it'll be entertaining, and that's my goal.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
at least, I'm gonna at least need like the uneven sharp bits. I just need a small shield. If I can get a small shield out of adamantine, that'll push me to like 20 AC. That's all I need. So I just need to just give me the small bits. Give me the small uneven bits.
What if we double shielded you?
What do you mean?
You're just sitting there, 2 shields, casting spells, blocking attack.
So, and that's what. So, because I have the mechanical arm free, it can hold small items, and I have a shield right now with my mace. So that's why I'm trying to get another shield, because then the 2 shields, the parry, and then I'll just be this rotating gyro shield
Oh,
guy.
Lord.
Rolled an insane stealth check there. Anybody else see that?
Oh, Jesus.
No.
A 28?
Fucking
What the
rogue.
fuck?
There's a
Pretty good.
ranger, not even a rogue.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Well, no.
rangers.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh, that was a
Depending on
nat
the version of the
20?
ranger, you can get expertise. So, what's the highest die roll anyone's, or the highest result anyone's gotten in a campaign?
35.
29.
32?
Damn.
Yeah. I got a 37 one time.
Jeez, that's
Damn.
insane.
Alrighty. You kind of see Rayloff disappear for a moment.
Like literally
For the sec-
disappear?
No, I mean not like not like literally, but
Okay.
like he's on the roof. Like you turn your head talking to Polly or Rothun for a second, and you see he's just not there for like one split second. Then you see him kind of come back, and he kind of just strolls down the building. And as he gets down, he's just gonna kind of say to Polly, "You need to get rid of that hat now."
Oh, she doesn't have that.
Denali.
If you're talking about the
I mean,
feather
Polly,
hat,
Polly, not bad.
Denali, right?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Denali that had the hat.
Yeah, Denali has
Denali
that.
has
the-
It's
the feather
she's
headdress,
wearing
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Why? What? Does it look
It's
that bad?
He's gonna say, "It's a filthy drow hat. It needs to be out of here. I mean, it needs to be destroyed. I cannot look at it, nor can I stand it."
She will hold. Okay, like she's already removed it from her head, and will kind of look at you confused. As she is the fireplace inside lit?
Oh yeah.
She'll kind of take a step inside. Is it just because it was made by the drow? Do you not like them as the people?
Wait,
Do-
you're a drow, aren't you?
No.
Or partly? Rayloff isn't?
No.
No, I'm a human. I'm a human.
Human.
Oh, okay. Deal. Okay.
How
I
dare
don't
you
know,
call me
maybe
that?
we're under-
I'm offended.
Aren't
Okay.
you
What's wrong with
Alright.
me on that?
No, you're fine. I'm joking.
So, well, what is it that she like gestures wildly with her arms? What is it with people in hats? Crazy. So, what's the big deal with the hat?
Rayloff is like thoroughly kind of just pissed off. He's just not listening whatever Polly is saying. And does Denali currently have the hat?
Yeah, Denali has it, and she stepped inside, stepping away, like she's walking towards the fireplace, but she's very hesitant, and she keeps like looking down at the hat and then back to you. Is this something that is racially driven? Is it the people that you do not like, and that's why you don't like the hats? I am just wanting to understand.
I loathe them and their entire race. The hat. Destroy it, or I will. They do nothing but make trash and scheme and corrupt. And that hat's one of them.
Alright, buddy, hold on.
Destroy it now.
He's gonna like pull you to a corner real quick. Like, hey, dude, what the fuck's going on with you? What is wrong?
You know, as you do, he's gonna be like, unhand me. Kind of like slaps your arm off of him. And you just see him super focused on the hat.
Seeing you slap Katil, Denali will speak up. You do not have to like those people or this hat, but you do not need to turn on your friends or your family.
It's alright. It's alright.
It is not all right. And she will walk over and she's gonna throw the hat into the fireplace. Are you happy?
He's gonna kind of look back at Katil. And kind of like look back a little bit, and he's gonna be like, you see his demeanor kind of just change back into his like kind of mellowish itself, and he's gonna say, "Yes." I'm sorry,
Rayloff,
brother.
are you in the house, like seeing it?
I would stand by the doorway just to like confirm that it's fully gone.
Okay, and out of the kind of flames of the fire, um, the like flames are normally orange, yellow, reddish, right?
Yeah.
And as this hat is burning, only you see this, Rayloff, but you just kind of see this green spider with a bazillion eyes just kind of like rise up, and the flames turn green for like a split second as it makes like a horrible like shriek or whatever, and it just dissipates.
Am I the only one that sees this?
Yes.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy now. Yeah, the moment I kind of see it, there's like much more like relief on my face. But I'm much. You kind of notice that like Rayloff is much more calm, and he's just gonna look back at Catil and just say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I just can't stand drow items. Forgive me, everybody." And he's just gonna kind of like walk back up the roof to sit on it.
Denali steps back outside, and as she is, she's reaching into the bag of holding, and she pulls out another hat and she puts it on, and she'll look up. I'm not burning this one. I don't fucking care who made it.
Polly.
What does this one look like?
I posted a
Oh,
picture.
you put a picture. Yeah, it's a nice pirate hat, tricorn with feathers. Sounds like she'll kind of mutter half to herself, but out loud. Sounds like there's a bit of a story there.
I'm gonna crash out. I'm joking.
That motherfucker!
Yeah.
Oh god, I would have said to burn that shit too. That shit look evil.
Yeah, as you said, Denali, Rayloff is gonna be like, do as you wish, because But yeah, just gonna give you like the nod of approval, or
She scowls at you.
Rothun will wave up, "Hey man," and he'll like kind of have his hands up passively, kind of around, just like kind of the area, just to show like a walking mediation, just like, I know you're probably going through a minute, take a breather, but we are going to have to talk about that because you have opened up a little before, and you understand. You've shared a bit of your trauma, but that's I can't lie. That was a little extreme, man. So obviously take your time now, but we gotta have a better way of identifying and moving through this as a group. You know what I'm saying?
he's just gonna kind of like look at you for a second, and then he's just gonna give you a nod.
Yeah. All right. And then he'll he'll look at you too and go, "What the fuck?"
I fucking know.
The fucking hats, man. We get hard. I don't know what the fuck fake Harbin sparked, but holy shit. Thank God Coy didn't come back with a hat. Holy shit. And then he'll obviously go to Denali. Hey, you okay?
And you see, like, she is very visibly, like, frustrated. And she kind of, like, snaps her head towards you. And it's not, like, aggressive, but you can tell, like, she's on high alert and she's very frustrated. I don't really know what I think or feel right now. All of these hats are fucking stupid. But I was trying to show a a connection and a camaraderie with our friends. And I don't know what is going on today, but everybody seems to have a stone up their ass. This behavior it's unacceptable. We cannot be rushing off like children, having fits about they took my hat. I don't like drow. Grow up. We cannot accomplish anything if we cannot work together and keep it together. You guys saved me, and I stuck with you because I saw something in this group. A unit that could work together and lean on one another and embrace the strengths of one another to fill in the weaknesses of ourselves. And right now we are falling apart at the seams over what, a door and hats? How are we supposed to do anything? Anything. If we can't even leave this fucking town.
He'll softly go like he's like moving with like his breath going, being obviously strange and silly, but kind of moving like this and being like, looks kind of funny when a little man's taking big breaths, right?
She is stubbornly holding her breath and dramatically doing so, like doing.
He'll like kind of look at, he'll go, don't you think that is a little childish, holding your breath?
Yes.
Look.
See, now she fits in with the rest of us. She smiles. She shares a smile openly with Denali.
Seeing Polly smile kind of cracks. It doesn't break, but it cracks the frustration. You see some of that tension ease. And she kind of will hang her head. Yes. But it's there to break something right now.
I sort of point at Paulina smiling, and I say, see that? First off, that's rare. I don't know if I've even seen that, I'm gonna be honest, but that is bonding. Us traveling together, us playing games together, that is bonding. And while we do have many diversified strengths, all of us, whether it be displayed like mine was or unseen like his was, we all have to understand, and especially also, we are still all getting to know each other. Hell, they knew each other as we all did the like third, fourth day and found out they were brothers. While the frustration is understood, the weaknesses must also be understood. For Paulina, strange as she may be, there are some things she just attaches to. Rayloff, as we have come, and myself, our past traumas are harder to get rid of, especially when facing it today. But that's where we come with understanding and most of all grace to give that space to understand. So then we can move and handle it differently. And importantly, as with me, as with him, when the next person has their big explosive moment, we can then handle with them accordingly because we were all bound together already. I understand you may be a little you are upset, especially after saying that had sort of reminded you of home. I understand what you were trying to do with Paulina. We all do. And that was not misseen or misguided. And if anything, I kind of like this hat better than the last one you had. It's giving commandeer command. So, Why don't we all take a breath? Go see the blacksmith, and then in some downtime, you can tell me about home.
I have one question, JJ. Am I able to hear this entire conversation going on from up here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well, do
yeah.
wouldn't be
Okay.
whispering, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Denali's not
and,
really
and you have the increased
the Spidey
Senses,
senses.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rayloff isn't really a schmuck about adamantium. He kind of knows a little bit about it, but he's gonna be like, he won't find one here, as he kind of yells it out. That's more of a talented art. I doubt you'd find anybody of such talent able to smelt that down.
Are you still?
I'd find some Duergar if I were you. I doubt there'll be any in this
Is
town that can really
is
help
that
you with
what you
that.
wanted the blacksmith for? Well, I don't know. You can't melt this and it wouldn't be a door. But more importantly, speaking of explosive moments, I remember when Kosh had that explosive moment, and she laughs.
Is that a poop joke?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Denali kind of glances down into her bucket. Is Rayloff still kind of sulking up on the roof?
Yeah, I'm still up there.
Denali will look back up, no longer scowling. She still looks stern and less than pleased. Take what time you need, but when you are done, we should get ready to head out. I'm sorry my hat displeased you. If moving forward, we could be kinder in how we speak to one another. And you may want to reconsider putting your hands on your friends in such a manner. A little kindness can do much more than harshness sometimes.
Oh, I just wanted to, what's it called? I was like kind of just describing it as like kind of like smacking Katil's arm away, not like actually slapping him. If I got that off.
Oh, okay, then I misunderstood. Never mind. That's because that's part of what set
That's
Denali off.
my
So
bad, yeah.
my apologies.
I wouldn't like actually smack the shit out of him though.
Okay, I didn't think
It
it
was
was
just
like
like a smack his
aggressive,
hand,
but
the
like
arm off of
aggressive
mine,
enough.
yeah.
Like a shove is kind of how I took it. So my apologies
Yeah.
on the
Don't worry, the
misunderstanding.
beard would absorb most of it anyway.
Sweet, sweet flavor saver.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, she wouldn't have said that. Then I misunderstood all of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're all good. I should have explained it better too. It was my bad. Yeah, Rayloff is gonna be like, I apologize. I apologize to you for what I've done. I also need to do better on my part.
So what did Corbin
Rook-
say? Can I take this door, or do I have to leave it here?
We can take it, and then I'll look up to Rayloff. And one, what's it called? As far as talented smiths go, I think all of us standing here shows you can find a gem in the weirdest of places. So even this smith, we could at least try.
Let's not go into those kinds of conversations.
And then with you saying that he'll walk over you, Paulina, and crash down. Okay, look, I know you don't want, but at least let me get the pieces of the door. I need a small shield, and I just need the edges at least to fill the mold of a shield. Okay, just a small one, and then like you can keep the door, but I just need a small shield piece. Okay.
She looked at me. She's like, I mean, there might have been some bits. I don't know. I don't know. It's the door. We can talk about it as we go, though, right?
Yeah, of course. Just
She starts casting her ritual to create her floating disc.
if you need convincing, like look at these uneven ends on the bars. I'm just saying he could break off the ends, and then it would technically be more of a door because all the bars would be perfectly straight, and then I can get my small shield, and then you can, for whatever the reason, in the all of Faerun, you can drag it around all you wish. As long as I can get my shield, then we can meet a little bit of leeway. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Does it really do anything as a shield? It seems like it would be much better as something like cookware. You know, like spatulas or, you know, turning forks. Uh,
I love how it all started off, Rothune. Oh, we're gonna smelt it down, and we're gonna weaponize all of the armies of Neverwinter. And now it's like, I just want my shield.
because Paulina wants the door, so now I'm just like, listen, just help me out here. I'll just take these pieces and just let me get to my Izumo. Listen, I'm a small man. There's no shame in it. And I do not need a big shield like that. So a small shield that you may classify as like a large plate
yeah, I know, but just
actually
look at
does
this. Like,
pretty
we
well
could
for me.
turn this door on its side, and you could still hide behind it. How useful would that be? And I could crouch behind it too, and then like we could both hide behind it if we needed to. Like if the dragon comes by and breathes fire on us, we could hide behind this door.
I put. Is this a solid door or like a bunch of holes? Bunch of holes.
It's a barred door. Like, think of a jail cell door.
Okay. I would immediately poke my finger through all the holes and be like, "You see how my finger are going through all these? The dragon fire would just melt right through all of these holes."
No. Well, see, I was thinking more of like a blue dragon because they have electric things, and there's this thing called what is it? There was this guy named Fedare, and like the electricity can't go through because the holes are too small. Even though you can poke your finger through, and you do have small fingers, and I know what that means.
Rotu will tell. I don't know what you heard, but I'll pay you for the little pieces. We can talk about this later. But let's go talk to the smith, and if he can't do nothing, we can talk about either heading to the mine first, dragging this with us, or heading to Neverwinter first. But for now, let's get
Well,
away from his
we need to
house.
go and deal with this, whatever these things the orcs were doing with my hat and the other things. Remember those dwarves, right? They had that thing and the other thing from the mine.
I thought we
Right.
were going to the mine to something about. I fucking need to find my notes. Hold on.
Right, there's some sort of terrible
John
ritual.
Raskin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely just go there. I mean, even if this smith could do something, which she laughs, she smiles, she looks at Ralph and she nods and she's like, I doubt it. Like, how long is that gonna take? There's not enough time. I mean, if you want to go and like chat him up or whatever, sure.
Rothun just throws his arms up. I give up. I give up. I'm just gonna go get the regular fucking wooden shield. Whatever. I'll meet you guys there. Or meet me at the inn, wherever the fuck. I'm just gonna go get the small shield for fuck's sake. And then Rotun's gonna start walking towards the mining exchange.
Shields are useful.
Okay, is everyone following him?
Polly has to stay, and she's gonna have to finish her ritual to enjoy the floating disc, because she doesn't know any better about what Harbin said, what may or may not have convinced him, so she's taking the other's word about what he said, unless somebody interrupts her.
Did we ever get the Scissor Sisters? They're being taken to Neverwinter with the real Alaric, and okay.
Yeah, I think that was.
All three of the gangbangers, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's already been. I think we kind of just like. They're going back with. The
Yeah,
four of the.
Okay.
I gave them like the letter. It was like a background thing. Like I gave them the letter in the
Okay.
morning, gave
That's
them off, and then
perfect.
they left.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, so we're going to everyone other than Paul. Polly's going to be a little bit behind, but everyone's going to the miners exchange.
yes.
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Finally, okay, thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Actually, wait.
What's the Shrine of Luck?
No. Okay, so as you
Role
all
playing JD's worst nightmare.
Let's go to Waterdeep.
Let's go to Baldur's Gate, Katil. Lead the way.
I'd like to go down the Black Road through the Anarok.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we
So
go to the Fog Realm? Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so as you all approach the Fanlin Miners Exchange, it's a pretty unassuming, practical building. It's made of stone and timber. It kind of has like a sloping roof with weathered shingles. It's been around for quite some time. There's a hand painted sign that hangs over the entrance. There's a crossed pickaxe and shovel on it. You can kind of hear the sound of clinking coins and muttered voices coming from inside. Assuming there's, as you guys enter, you can kind of see some miners and traders sitting around. Let me get the map.
They're traitors. Kill them all.
Not in the presence of children. Because they're minors.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Speaking
Okay.
of children, where's Carp?
And-
I need to find Carp.
and as you walk inside, you notice that it's bustling with activity. There's more miners in here than the image shows. I just didn't want to have it super clustered. You see miners in dusty clothing standing at the counter. Some small bags of ore are being weighed, and behind the counter, you kind of see like a name tag on the counter. It says Halia. What's her freaking Halia Thornton, Master of the Exchange. It's kind of like a nameplate on the counter. And Halia is she's behind there. She's currently speaking with someone. She's impeccably dressed for the setting. Her clothing is simple but elegant with a sharp business-like appearance. Let me get you a picture of her.
Oh, I just saw that, JJ.
Okay, like she's very like she's well dressed. You missed it, Rothun. No more D100.
What?
No, you can. Just to me though. So her eyes are constantly assessing those around her. You can kind of see she's holding herself with confidence, someone who understands the power of wealth. And there's this rude customer in front of her that's like trying to get her attention, and a conversation between the two kind of definitely everyone in this place can hear, and they're kind of staring over at her. Do you ever get if you're ever in like a big room, and like you start to like talk really loud, and all of a sudden everyone around you just shuts up, so then it's like, do you ever get that feeling ever, guys? Well, this is kind of what happens in this. Okay. And Grint, the guy in front of Halia, he's standing on a chair. Okay, this guy's really small. He's a dwarf. Let me give you a picture of this guy. Okay, so he's standing on a chair and kind of looming over the counter, kind of screaming at Halia. Listen, Thornton, I don't like the way you've been handling our deal. You agreed on a cut, 20% of the profits from the claim, but now you're saying it's 15? That's not what we're shook on. That was a horrible voice. It was supposed to be a dwarf. He leans in closer. You better fix that or else. And Halia, she doesn't flinch. You can kind of see nothing. Just not. Her eyes kind of locked in on him with a calm intensity. She kind of straightens her back, keeping her voice smooth, and she says, "Or else what? You think you can come in here and strong-arm me? Grint, I deal in numbers, contracts, and facts, not threats. And the fact is, your operation came up short. 15% is generous, considering what little you pulled from that hole in the ground." Generous? I don't care what you think is generous. It's not my fault the orcs paid a visit to the same quarry we were mining. I lost valuable men to get you to get you this load, and a fine load at that. You're gonna give me the 20, like we agreed, or you're gonna regret it. You think you can cheat me? And with that, Halia just stares back, and with a cutting, with her voice kind of cutting through the tension like a knife, she says, "Cheat you? No, Grint. You agreed to deliver high-quality ore, and I agreed to pay for it. But what you've brought me barely passes as iron, so I'm adjusting the deal to reflect reality. I'm sorry for the workers you lost, but you all knew the risk when you agreed to this deal." And she leans forward a little more, and her voice drops to a dangerous whisper, and she says, "Now, if you want to discuss who's cheating who, I'd be careful. Because if you don't like our arrangement, you're free to take your business elsewhere." Oh wait, there is no elsewhere. "You think I'd break this place apart if I have to?" He looms over her, and his breath kind of heavy with anger. "I could smash this whole..." Go ahead.
Oh no, like finish his sentence, but I want to interject after his sentence.
Okay. "I could smash this whole operation and no one would stop me. No one would dare cross me."
After that, Rothun will sort of whistle upwards, and he'll say, "Excuse me, sir, fucker with the poor manners. You're speaking to who I assume is the person of this estate. Can you please quiet down for the public? You're being quite rude. A dick."
Are you that close to him?
Yes, look, like I'm where I'm like I walk straight up and I'm like sitting there listening to them talk, and I fucking cut in, and I'm like, it sounds like you brought shit. You're getting still a deal out of it. Just take it and move the fuck. But don't think you're gonna threaten someone who's doing an honest business in my or my friend's presence. Try and break something. It'll be something of yours that breaks.
As you say this, he's kind of like towering above you, right? He's standing on the chair, and he kind of like, and he looks down, and he's like, he hops off the chair so that he's at eye level with you, and he kind of pulls your shirt. "Who are you talking to?"
I take my mace and I press it against his cheek, and then I say, "Someone that will take your soul if you don't fucking unhand me."
"I came for what I deserved. We made a deal. Have you never made a deal, sir? Did anyone ever go against what they said?"
It sounds like you had a deal to deliver. You barely delivered. You're still getting some profit out of it rather than nothing. You're not getting fucked like most people would be. Sounds like you're just being a spoiled cunt.
"Please give me the definition of that word, good sir. I'm not familiar with that word."
Oh, he's saying that in character? Oh, I'll give you one. A hairy, smelly, sweaty dwarven cunt that needs a lesson on personal space. Back the fuck up. I think your deal here is over. Make room for actual patrons who want to get some business done.
Halia kind of looks at you, and there's kind of like a glimmer in her eye, like, I kind of like this guy. And she'll throw a bag of coin onto the table. She'll tell Grant, "Take it or leave it. This is my final offer. Either take the gold or take your pathetic ore." And Grant will look between you two, and he'll take the ore, and he'll kind of like, as he goes by you, he'll kind of do like kind of like push you to the side a little bit. This is a pretty bulky dwarf.
So
And,
he's
he'll-
visibly shoulder checking Rathun in front of us.
Yeah.
So Denali's walked up behind Rathun at this point. Um, and as he does that, she's going to stand in front of him. It appears that you either cannot see or are too stupid to be aware of your surroundings. Now, I'm going to assume that you did not see my friend standing here, right in front of your face, and that it was an accident that you bumped into him, yes?
He'll like he's still visibly mad, and he's not he doesn't want like any more confrontation, but you can kind of just see him kind of like walking into you like a lemming. Have you ever guys play that lemming game?
No.
He'll just be like,
And I'm going to be
just let me by.
I'm going to physically be stepping in front of him whichever way he's going. I will ask you one more time. It was an accident that you bumped into my friend here, yes?
Yeah, think whatever you want. Just let me out.
I think you owe him an apology.
I've had a piss poor day. I need out.
That sounds
All
like a
right.
you problem. An apology
Yo,
and you can be
let's
on your
calm
way.
down here, y'all. I've seen plenty of bar fights break out. We don't need to see anyone right now.
Just a simple apology is all that is owed.
Listen, if he was telling the truth, he lost some folks today. He might be going through something. Just let bygones be bygones.
See, at least someone knows what a man goes through sometimes.
You were rude. Don't get me wrong. You were being kind of a prick, but sometimes people deserve a pass for that. Now, can we all just calm down and let's move on?
I'm calm. He's obviously not.
Rothun will look over. It's good. It's okay, Denali. Katil is right. Just let them pass. He'll kick his ass on the way out.
Denali will move out of the way, but accidentally, shoulder bump him as she moves.
You kind of hear him mutter, "I guess I deserve that."
I'm
And,
so sorry.
And as he walks out, he'll kind of turn one last time to Halia, and he'll say, "Oh, and by the way, good luck finding an escort for that Rashkin fella, because my crew and I sure as heck aren't gonna help you." And he'll kind of go out and slam the door behind him.
Rothun will hop on the seat. Sorry for poor first impressions. My name is Rothun. It is nice to meet you, Miss Alia. Is that correct?
Yes, that's my name. Some people they don't respect. They don't show very much respect around here. Everyone's going through hard times. Even this establishment. Am I wrong? Do you see this pathetic stash of ore that he brought me? And she'll kind of show you, and it's obvious doesn't look very good. This is I was doing him a favor.
Yeah. It could have been it could have been a bit like my friend here was saying, and maybe a part of him was frustrated, but there is a line, and you're very knowledgeable when you do cross that line. Uh, he said something about what was it? Bringing someone somewhere?
Yes. The Harbinet posted a job. Don John Raskin needs to be brought to the Mountains Toe mine. Apparently there's some commotion going on over there. I don't know.
I look to the others, sort of like, oh shit, coincidental. As I'll look back, it's actually funny. There was sort of a unasked question of where we were gonna find Don John, but we were actually talking about Harbin with this today, yesterday, for a bit now actually, of helping escort Don John to the gold mine. Is he actually here
Oh
right now?
yeah, he's here. Let me call him over. Hey, Don John, why don't you come in here?
I felt bad. I saw them sitting in general chat like the entire time last session.
This this here is Don John Raskin. Hey Don John, why don't you let them know what you're here for? I wasn't brought into all the details, but
Oi, mates. My name's Donald Jonathan Raskin. You can call me Raskin. I see that we finally got some folks to escort me over to the Mountain Toes mine. That right?
Rothun will sort of hop off the stool and extend a hand. It's nice to meet you, Don John. My name is Rothun, and these are my friends, all worthy of their own introductions, of course.
Right. So you see standing before you a tall, burly gentleman. I mean, he's got the dark ebony skin. I mean, kind of like he looks weathered. Like this guy has seen some shit. He's done some shit. He's a wrinkled guy, but he's kind of burly. He's got this shock of white hair that sticks out from under the brim of kind of like a cowboy type of hat, but like around the band, it's got some like teeth kind of stuck into the band around the hat. He's got a leather thong necklace around his neck, also with looks like a alligator or crocodile tooth on it, and a vest over like a leather vest, open down the middle over like a loose cotton shirt. And you see at his belt like a big knife. Like, I mean, you might think it's almost like a short sword, like a big Bowie knife, kind of strapped to his belt. And this guy looks like he can handle himself. And he says to the group, he says, "Oi, good day, mates. Who are you all?"
Denali will kind of step forward. After the interaction that we just had, she's kind of lowered her, like lessened her presence a bit, and will place her closed right fist across her chest. Denali. Denali Storm Chaser, Sky Tower.
Nolly, nice to meet you.
You see this this very like kind of smallerish type person, not the tallest person, kind of definitely not as tall as Nolly, but like, I don't think you can consider 5'7" a very decent height. But anyways, you see like a very like kind of a blondish haired man. Just small, like small amounts of visible scarring on his face. You see him kind of wearing very odd clothing. It's very dirtyish. You can very tell that he's not wearing the typical stuff that you see somebody like laying about. You can kind of tell he's been in a kind of roughed up clothing. Definitely slept on a roof or like or a barn, probably. He's gonna kind of step up and just say, I'm Rayloff. One caller. I recently just came up to the surface, but I heard you had some little issues in some mining. I heard.
Well, you heard correct. We there's a mine that needs some investigating. We're gonna check it out, I think.
He's gonna kind of like go ahead and let somebody else do his introduction, kind of stand back.
I'm gonna have Polly come in at the end. So you guys go. Do your thing.
And Raskin will sort of shake hands with each person as they do an introduction, like a kind of an aggressive handshake. A little bit like too much pumping up and down in the handshake. One of those kinds of handshakes that you're like expecting just
Yeah.
like you're expecting just like a kind of a friendly grip, but then it like kind of goes like that. Yeah, that's Raskin's move.
Denali beams as you shake her hand like that.
What about the short one there?
Which one?
Well, me, Denali. Who else? No one is short. I'm like the de facto short person right here.
In all fairness, all of you are short.
I can literally see dust follicles collect on all of your boots. I am the short one here. Uh, it says, he'll shake your hand again. My name is Rotun, Rotun Bacchus. And he's like this 3 foot, I think like 3'1", like crazy short. But for his build, he has like these blue, like kind of pastel blue dreads that go and tie up in the back and lay down with he has two different colored eyes. One is golden and one is silver. And his pastel beard has a little bit of length to it. Broad in shoulders, for his deep gnomish sort of size. His hands have like these scars on the knuckles and fingers, and he has this black and white, almost like ambient glowing mace on the sort of inner core of it. He wears a shield, and he would have his religious pendant, but he gave it away.
I like the way you handled yourself there a few minutes ago. Not taking no shit from anybody.
Eh, I'm trying. If that interaction happened a few weeks ago, I don't know if I would have. I think reacted as peacefully as I did, but hey, I'm trying to understand, but also sort of be firm.
I appreciate the firmness.
So what is? No, yeah,
Okay.
Pauline.
No, we still have Katil, yes?
Yep,
Yep.
I was gonna go, but y'all started talking. Guess you'll see a human man, about probably mid-20s, big orange hair and beard. He'll kind of walk up and just now there. Ketil Velos, pleasure to meet you, sir. As you like shake his hand, you'll see he has like calluses on the tips of his fingers from the lyre that you can see on his back. Hope we can work well together with you, sir.
All is well. So,
All right. Yeah, so just about that time, then the door would bang open, and then a long-haired white cat comes in. It's looks like the grumpy cat, just exactly like that. And shortly following it is at first glance, like a very pudgy-looking human wizard, maybe a little off. Kind of looks like somebody like wearing a sumo suit or like the Stave Puff Marshmallow Man, but like very obvious wizard robes. and with stars and glitter that sometimes fall off, a few sequins. And then she moves, and then you hear like clanking of metal, and you realize that she's got like a wizard robe on outside of her armor that she's wearing apparently. And she has kind of like a wizard hat, but it's like a more like a truncated traffic cone apparently. And she steps in and then like calls out, "Hey guys, I got it done." And then she turns back and the door's closed, and then she turns back and she's like fiddling with the door trying to like get it to open, and then she moves away and the door closes, and she's like, ah, she finally throws up her hands, and Cuddles proceeds to come in and jump up on top of the table like he owns it, stare around disdainfully at everyone, and Polly comes forward and it's like, what's happening? Somebody probably needs to point out that we have, something else going on. There's a new person. There's a bunch of new people in here, minors and stuff. And she is oblivious.
She with you?
Roughly scratches the side of his head. Yes. Paulina, this is Mr. Don John Raskin, the man we heard about through Harbin, about needing the escort in.
She looks him up and more up as she comes closer. You see that she's a little over 5 feet, and from what you can see of her face, she actually seems somewhat thin. She's like, oh well, yeah, my name is Paulina. I am and she flourishes, a wizard, a totally ordinary human wizard. She tries to say it with a flourish, but it comes off completely wrong. She's no performer like Katil's velvet tones. It's a little bit screechy, and she's like, "Oh well, yeah, nice to meet ya, I guess." So what are we doing?
So it's I've understood that you all or someone is gonna take me to the Mountains Toe gold mine. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah,
and
sounds about right.
Raskin will look over to the woman at the head of the mining concern and kind of like is that right? Like he's asking kind of her as much as he's asking that.
Yeah, I believe Harbin and Anek and Leonce were supposed to be here. I thought they all had a meeting with us. No.
Above table. Fuck. Oh, I'm realizing things. Rothun will sort of lean in. Oh, you later may want to go check in on Harbin. And he'll sort of, yeah, he'll lean in and whisper, "Are you a close friend of Harbin's, or?"
Yeah, we work
Okay.
together.
The real Harbin or the fake Harbin? Somebody yells out.
What the fuck, Paul?
Fake? Wait, what? What are you talking about? There's only one. Wait, what? There's only one Harbin.
They were
No, there was a big fat Harbin, and then a little tiny Harbin. I bet you there's going to be like a just right Harbin in the middle. That's not too skinny and not too fat.
Rothun points. Someone get her, please. Someone get.
What did I mean, we were just talking to him after we beat up the other one, the fat one, fat fake Harbin. Remember? F and F, they go together.
Paulina.
I remember.
She pulls a shotgun under the table and no.
Someone please cover Paulina's, please.
Paulina, what was the name of that dragon that was red? You said there were different kinds of dragons, and Denali's gonna kind of like step away from the group and like kind of like guide Paulina with her.
Oh yes, yes. Well, there's the blue dragons and the gold ones. Sometimes they're called yellow, but she goes off and she's start talking about dragons.
I'm gonna
With,
also partake in this conversation, so I'm gonna
Okay.
listen to him as well.
And
Uh,
Raskin's just gonna like shake his head, being like I don't know what the fuck you all are talking about.
I'll actually sort of beckon in Sir Raskin into this conversation between like us and Halia, where Rothun will sort of whisper to them, not wanting to cause a sort of panic. There was some doppelganger shenanigans. The Harbin and Anek and Leonce that would have came were actually doppelgangers in disguise, but we handled the doppelgangers. Harbin was, and this is why I said you should go check on Harbin. He was held prisoner in the tunnels under his house for some time, and we were able to get him out.
Tunnels. Wait. Go back. Tunnels.
Tunnels, yeah, under Fenderland, like emergency sort of tunnels with rations and
Okay, you mentioned it.
beds.
I was just going to wonder if I was going to have to mention the rations. All the food stored under there. Excellent.
All the hundreds of
Wait.
barrels.
I never knew that there was tunnels under my own town.
Oh yeah, it's kind of the point of secret tunnels, ain't it?
Yeah, he said he.
I mean, I don't want to be rude, but like,
Yeah, got a point. If they're secret, hadn't heard of them.
Harvin did say it was from a long time ago, and he didn't want anyone else to, I guess, remember or know of what horrors or monsters lingered before. But point is, you should, especially as a close friend to Harvin, you should go talk to him. I wanna, while I'm talking to her, make an insight check to try and discern if she's kind of like confused by the news or sort of like an aw shit recognition in case she's a doppelganger and she's like uh oh.
Phandalin is now the city of Doppels. Okay, no, yeah, go ahead, do it, do it. It's like, I want to say never mind.
In the background, you hear Polly briefly mention like stories of the very rare fuchsia dragon. To I'm sure a thoroughly enraptured audience. Maybe stunned is the right word.
Are you
Oh
gonna
my
use
God.
guidance on it too?
Well, I don't know. Is casting a spell gonna cause problems here?
Oh, I thought that was a 4. 17. No mission innovation.
Yeah. You can first time you're really meeting her, but you can tell it's general like surprise. Like this is all new information to her. She's and she'll say maybe when I close down shop today, I'll go pay him a visit.
Yeah,
This is
big.
is he worse for wear? What happened to him?
Well, firstly, I will say, Big Al, his friend, was here as well, and he ended up getting 2 close friends. We saved him. So 2
Big
people.
Al's back?
He was here for the night, but he left about 20 minutes ago.
I heard
Uh,
that his farm was under attack.
yeah, we ended up finding him pretty badly beaten. But we brought him back. As far as Hardman, it is definitely his story to tell of what he went through, but I will say he is pretty bad, and a friend would probably help raise his spirits. He's pretty down.
I'll
Hey,
definitely.
mates, you've had some drama, but I need to get to the mine. So is that going to happen? I mean to interrupt.
You killed him. You killed the DM. You've won Dungeons and Dragons. You've done it.
My
So-
immersion is broken. I'm joking.
I need somebody to
You-
clip that on the stream so bad.
The DM running away, choking. No, yeah. This stuff has all been long handled. We really came here. I was gonna ask for like a small shield, but yeah, this was our sort of first order of business leaving here ASAP. So don't worry, we're not gonna like we're pretty much after this leaving, right, guys? And I'll look to everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polly here saying, yes, my spell won't last all day. I mean, you know. Anyway, so and she'll like Cuddles meanwhile is like insisting like looking around for food, walking around the counter.
And is the door like in through the door, or is the door outside?
The door's still outside, but the disc
Okay.
doesn't disappear until she goes more than 100 feet away. But that's what she was trying to do, is get the
Okay,
disc.
so I'm not.
outside,
I
but
can't.
she
I
is
can't see
unable.
the door. Okay.
Yeah, not yet, but she'll start moving back toward the outside, while Cuddles is still like poking around looking for food or something.
Freaking door. I'm
But,
never giving you guys a door again.
Giving you a door.
See, but that's a win right there.
But oh yeah, you go.
So I don't know
No,
Harbin or Big Al. What I know is that the mountain toe gold mine has had a slowdown in production, and I need to get there to figure out what's holding it up.
Works.
And
I
if
got- I
you're
got
my
email
escort,
to it. Sorry.
I'm down.
JJ, can I make like some sort of check to deduce anything like to like dwell in caves, or like maybe what can hold up? Like I'm coming to the point of that. I think it's some sort of thing, or like, you know, like
Sheila,
I've probably seen like mines go on in like Mitsubiranzan or in the Underdark, so I want to know like what is the usual happenings of why that would happen. Can I like come up with something if I can recall?
Could be kobolds, could be goblins,
like a worm.
could be black
purple worm.
pudding.
I mean,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it could be a whole lot of different things.
cave
Lots of
stories.
mines.
I mean,
All
you
sorts
can
of critters can get in the mines.
you can make like a
By
I don't
nature.
yeah, maybe nature, but like you're really not gonna get any. I feel
mean-
bad. You're really not gonna get much like other than just random thoughts that come to your head about what could
Okay,
go
I mean,
wrong.
yeah, that's fine then. That's all good.
I was gonna say to help add to Raylov's question, like maybe like taking in the region of where the gold mine is, like trying to decipher like sort of creatures maybe he ran into similar.
Yeah, like
in
trying to use
those
like my Underdark
circumstances.
knowledge to kind of recall if there's anything like that up here or whatever.
Okay, go ahead. Give me nature.
Nature. Okay. Got a 19. You don't have to give it to me if you don't want to.
I mean,
Human-sized spiders.
Spider-sized humans.
yeah,
Those
some
superior.
sort of, I don't know, infiltration of I don't know, some random faction of beings. I don't know.
Beings.
I mean, it could be,
Beings.
it could be orcs. It could be. I mean, it could be orcs. It could be UNT. It could be.
I remember the last time we went to the ruins, there were the spiders, and then there were those weird, like,
Rats.
blobby pudding things,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it,
orcs.
it literally could be anything.
Alrighty, yeah, okay. Yeah, you see, kind of scratch my head a little bit. I can't really come up with anything about that, but yeah, I'm just a little puzzled. That's all.
Well, if you're wondering what could be holding up production in the mine, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, we'll find out when we get there.
That we will.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Miss Halia, Rotun will like direct his attention back forward. We heard that there was sort of like a smith that would hang out here. I wanted to ask you if maybe, for the love of God, hanging around there was probably like a small shield anyway, like maybe, or maybe he's here. He's here and he sells somewhere. Maybe question mark.
You're talking about Justice. Yeah, he normally comes around here, but I think he's sick. He might be at home. But yeah, this would be the spot to find him. I'll let him know that you're looking for him. You said your name was Rothun, right?
Yes. And he'll take out like one gold piece and give it to her. Uh, just to give to him. That to incentivize, I guess. I want to commission a small shield.
Denali will kind of lean in. Why do you need a shield if you already have one?
He'll lean back with the mechanical arm clinking at his waist. Because if I can get it a small shield, I will be even more protected, and I will not get cut to pieces like we did at the farm.
Ah. Why do you have that arm?
Well, I got it from when we were in Nomengard. There was there was a pair of inventors there. But Fibblestib, my goat, he handed us out some items. I'm actually wearing most of our party's items, and he ended up making me the belt. Well, made the belt. I took it, and it's been very helpful to me. And I figured, hey, the one thing I'm not making use of it holding a small item. What helps me most? A shield. Ding! So I've been trying to find one small shield and I can't find it. So I will literally pay whatever this guy asks to just get the small shield. So I can be a little more protected out here because when you're getting cut up like I did, it does not feel great.
No. I have questions about your boat when we travel.
Maybe after we help Mr. Raskin and Rothun will hop off. Uh, the Nomad. Maybe Philip will have some new inventions, or maybe we can what's it called, get these tweaked up a bit.
Are we ready to head out? And she'll look to Don John.
What'd you say?
She,
I just didn't hear you.
oh, she was asking if we needed to, if we were ready to head out. If we were.
Well, I've been ready for quite some time.
Like the last 4 sessions.
Yeah, give or take a little.
Sorry.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm
okay.
trying to focus on a hat.
Okay, so we're all gonna start heading over to the mine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So as you guys all kind of leave, the mine, I'm not gonna like role play it out or like,
You leave the village
well, as you leave them, sorry, as you
or the
leave
mine.
the Phandalin mining exchange, Koi will meet up with you guys, and he'll say something along the lines of, above table, I'm trying to figure out a way, like if he eventually comes back, like a cool way to get him to come back, right? Like to get him back in. So I'm thinking maybe if you guys give him the other half of the sending stone, so that you can kind of like call out to him if you like need him, or maybe he'll call out to you and say, "Hey, I'm good to come back," or whatever. But he would say something along the lines of like, "Right now, I have to go attend to my mom. She's still healing up from the crap that the UNT did to her. But maybe in the future I can meet up back up with you guys." So that's up to you guys if you want to give that the other half. But he would let you know that he's gonna go back to his mom.
I think Denali has it.
She would not give it up.
Ah, okay.
She needs to
Okay.
be able to get in touch with like her current BFF. So.
Sorry, Koi. You've been replaced.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Then yeah, he would kind of go around, say goodbye, maybe give you all a drink from Jimbo's flask, and kind of head back out to where his mom and his best friend are.
Denali
Okay.
would give him the other red sock. Well, I cannot give you the stone. You can always give a message this way.
Like gosh.
Clearly, we each
Uh,
need to develop one article of clothing that we have a fixation with.
Yeah, Rotu's gonna look at you and be like, "What the fuck is up with the socks? Where are you getting these socks?"
Do not worry about it. I will always leave a message for you and you will know. Do not worry about the supply. We will not run out.
Do you knit? Are you knitting at night?
They do not. She's gonna hold up her like callous, like sausage finger hands. They do not have the dexterity or steady hand for knitting. These hands are for killing.
And for taking socks, apparently.
I purchased them legally. I imagine that we're
So, yeah,
walking
so-
as having this conversation.
Yeah, as we're walking along and doing this, yeah, the important thing you should notice for Don John is that trailing 20 feet behind Polina is a large, obviously magical, like floating disc of force with a large metal like jail door on it that's trailing behind. She doesn't comment on it at all, like it's just perfectly normal. But she will ask. She will approach Don John to say, "There is something important I need to ask of you." She's serious.
Hmm.
That is a very fine hat that you're wearing.
Denali scowls as she overhears this.
Is it important to you? You seem
Me
like the
hat?
type of person that appreciates a fine hat.
Boy, I do.
Her lower lip is trembling a little bit. How would you feel if your hat was stolen? Her throat is catching a little bit. What would you do? Could you just accept it and take? And she reaches up and pulls like the short, kind of truncated squat cone of a hat off her and looks at it. She has now got her tears working, so they're kind of welling up. They don't actually but her eyes are shimmering a little. She says, "Would you accept a lesser one?"
No. No. I would not.
Somebody understands. I had a hat much better than this one, and the orcs took it away from me, and now nobody understands. But now I have a compatriot. She sniffled. Thank you.
Raskin will put his arm around Polly in a companionly kind of way and would say, your quest for vengeance is my quest for vengeance. No one messes with a hat.
She just walks on in silence with it, and actually after a few minutes, because she has to every less than an hour, she has to recast the spell to keep the floating disc going along. You can ask about the door if you want to, but it may be you may be cautioned against it by the other party members. So
Yeah, so like Raskin is kind of side eyeing the door, but like he's not the person who's gonna ask. Like there's just weird shit happens, and he's like, all right, some shit's happening now, and he's okay with it. Like maybe at the campfire later he'll bring it up, but it's not the kind of thing he just like takes shit in stride.
okay, that's it. We can continue on. I don't have anything else to add. That was my one key moment I wanted to get to introduce a new character. So proceed.
I can't. What you do? If your heart was taken from you.
I mean, after seeing Polly kind of like, Polly, were you like kind of visibly kind of crying, or is it like a sniffle or?
Yeah, just a little sniffly. Like her nose doesn't get red or anything. She doesn't get puffy, but you know, she had to spend a little time concentrating to make her tear ducts actually fill up, so didn't. They had just had like the remnants of black goo in from before, so. But they seem to be working. But she doesn't actually like. There's no tears. Just a little bit of a slight
But
sniffling.
you're like
And,
distraught, kind of.
yeah, she's
Okay.
emotional.
Ralph was gonna kind of say to you, look, Polly, I'm sorry about what I said about your hat. I think hats in general are kind of stupid in my opinion, but it means a lot to you, it seems, and I apologize for what I said about hats and your hat in general.
It's okay. I mean, wizards don't really, non-wizards don't really understand. I mean, to be a proper wizard, you have to have a really good hat, because otherwise, people just think you're a person in a robe, and no matter how much you decorate it. She sighs.
I think one's acts are more important, but I guess a hat could help with that in the long run.
Oh yeah, wait. Where's Cuddles? And she like pauses and concentrates for a moment, and then pop, Cuddles like appears. So probably a little dirty because gotten into something. Probably a little smelly too. I need to remember to bring up what they look like. Cuddles. That's right. That's Cuddles. Anyway,
Ace, your comment about the spy bug. What is that for?
To remind Katil he has it because I just remembered he had it.
I was really confused. I was like, "What? Do I need to be using it right now?" Like,
Yeah, I
had
was
no-
like,
I was for some reason I was thinking about the whole farm exchange, and I remembered when we were dragging the orc body, I specifically said for the fly bug, I commanded it to fly into Katil's pocket. So I just so you remember you got it, I wanted to be like, oh, don't forget you have that item.
yeah, Rothun likes to add stuff to his character sheet that he doesn't have. So Just kidding.
I'm a respectable horse. Okay, I let it be known I take it. Hey, you forget I.
Okay, so is there anything else you guys would like to do before leaving town?
Campfire stuff.
Okay. So you all can leave town. And head on your way. Actually, before we do that,
And Raskin knows how to get to the mine. Yeah, like he's got the path mapped out.
yep, yep. And the party also has a map too with the words on it. What am I thinking of? What am I doing? Can't remember. Oh, where are you? Are you guys doing anything with Bitsy or that cart?
I was under the impression that we sent off what's it
Oh,
called?
that's right. That's right. That's
The
right.
altitude.
Yep. You're right. You're right. They took the cart. Got it. Okay.
In search for his family.
Good job. Okay. So I'll bring up Sword Coast and uh Don John, you can see all these maps, right? You're looking at them all.
Oh, I should launch the campaign. Hang on one second.
We're going to Coromir, right, guys? I'm joking.
Let's fucking go, the land of space.
Think up traveling music here for us.
I'm thinking
Yeah, I
about the
got that.
crags. I'm really feeling the crags.
Yes.
Maybe Mirror of Dead Men. Can that be where Godry landed?
Oh my god.
So it's about 15, 16 miles ish between Phandalin and Mount Gold Mine. So I think Don John, were there anything that you wanted to talk about on the way?
Well, sure. I mean, we could tell stories. We had lots of chit chat.
Everyone roll a d20 for me,
No.
and call out the numbers. For
You
me.
just can't just say no to that. That's a DM order right there.
I rolled a 2.
You know what, Rayloff? I do the fix it code where it automatically rolls as a 20, so I don't give a fuck.
15.
18.
I would have died if I actually rolled a 20 there.
Did you see where I rolled mine, JJ?
No.
I got an 8.
Oh, are you using the?
I used the Discord bot.
Okay. And Katil, you said you got a 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Don John, what did you roll?
2.
Another 2. Oh wow. Oh
This
my
music
gosh!
is so epic.
is- From Monty Python.
Yes!
Da-da-da-da.
We don't have actual horses, so we can make do with
The
coconuts.
coconuts.
Actually, Polly can make the sounds of like as if we had horses using minor illusion.
Nice. Okay, so you have a little bit of time here, but something's gonna happen like halfway to the mine. So you guys can talk about stories or whatever.
No, not something.
We that something is, we pause and admire a particularly attractive looking tree. That is an interesting tree. Yes, it is.
I like
And
the
then
way
we
it
move on.
stutters.
Do I look like a druid to you?
You do look a bit Druish.
Oh
A
my
little
God.
bit, yeah.
Hey.
Like a very foxy druid.
What is a druid?
Rotun's eyes widen. Rayloff, I don't say this to fuck your head up, but bro, druids are people that can turn into animals and like commune with nature.
Wizards can turn into animals too, but they can turn other people into animals. I mean, not me yet, but I'll get there.
Yeah, but wizards go like, Alakazam, you're a cat, where druid just goes, yawn, and then turns into the animal. It's a little more furry like.
Yeah, I don't. The little more furry.
But, I mean, if we're actually down to share stories, Don John, whatever awaits us in this mine, it can't be as bad as we had last seen in the last mine we've been in. We went to this like dwarven excavation mine, sort of, talk of the town, and it's this funny moment. There were these like slime cubes we ended up fighting, and they like stunk something awful. I don't know if they all smell like that, but it was like, think seafood mixed with intestines on a very 90-degree summer day. They were like very like bad. But when we fought big slime cubes, uh there was a hallway where we had fought these two like enormous spider mothers with like it was horrible, with like hundreds of babies. Paulina actually bravely stood in front of the door, so we were just throwing fire and stuff over the top of her head. Right, Paulina?
Yeah, I shot fire at him.
Actually, she's underplaying it. It was like this huge bonfire, like explosion, and it was pretty cool. And then
I just remember that you guys were all kind of afraid to go on, like, but it turned out okay, like I said.
because no one wanted to walk into a possible spider den with more
You
spiders.
guys didn't even know there were spiders until I shot them with my fire blast.
Oh,
Spiders
and
can be good eating. Did you roast any of them?
That is the worst sentence I've ever heard.
I don't really eat that much, but and then I baited out the orcs. Remember that?
Tastes like crab.
They are quite
Yeah, spiders
nutritious.
and crabs are basically pretty much the same.
Yep.
Just one's above the water and one's below.
Exactly.
Rotun on Denali's shoulders will look down. Did you just agree with eating spiders tasting like crab?
I mean, I don't really eat either of them because I don't know. It's complicated. Their meat's a little too different. It's harder to process. So she's
Need
right.
butter.
Uh,
Definitely butter. For the spiders.
Rotun shivers. My curiosity from your guys' imagery is very clashing with my arachnophobia, and I don't know how to feel right now. Spiders tasting like crab. I don't. Well, who has a different? Oh, Paulina, why don't you share a story, please? I don't want to think about spiders and crabs, but butter would be good right now. Butter,
okay,
bread.
Paladine.
I also don't want to think about spiders.
What? Tell us about yourself, Don. What? What do you do? What is your interest in the mines?
First off, The given name is Donald Jonathan Raskenberry. But only me Na ever called me Donald, and I reckon she's been in the ground for far longer than most of you've been alive. So you can call me Raskin. Also, I know another Donald J, who's a bit of a bloody prick. So don't mix me up with him.
That was the
Just
lich, right?
Raskin.
Apologies,
That was
Raskin. What would you say it is that you do?
Oh,
You a rascal?
oh no.
Rascally Raskin? That seems like a really catchy phrase, don't you think, Teal?
What was that?
Rascally Raskin. It's like got the whole like super alliteration going.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Just write that one down.
Just not Donald. Raskin, Rascally Raskin. I'm okay with all
Do you wrestle?
of it. I've been known to throw a punch in my time.
Or as I say, wrestle? She has a really bad accent.
So does he.
I'm offended.
Aussie accent is hard.
I've tried and
However-
failed many a time.
Rascally rascal the wrestler. Right?
Are you having a stroke over there, Pauline? I'm sorry.
You know, something that's reminded me of the spiders reminded me of these things about ants. Because, you know, well, you would ask me about a story, and I remember there was a story about, like, a tourist, and he came to a city, and, because he was a tourist, and he had, like, you know, he would make pictures with a little box that had a tiny little imp inside of it that would draw pictures very quickly. And then, but the ants is because they had this thing about these special ants, but they lived in the sewers. And so he went to this tavern, and then he was like telling the tavern owner about it, and he was like, yes, you should get these things, these special ants, because then if you burn your tavern down, then they'll pay you money. It was called, like, in sewer ants? I didn't understand it quite, but he seemed quite keen on the idea. But yeah, it made me wonder if they were related to these spiders.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, give me 1 second.
I wanted to throw my arms up. I would have flipped my laptop.
Success. Polly is far too busy articulating her story, and she's reading from her book. So she is completely oblivious to anything. The next one is actually for. See, actually no. I'll say Cuddles is taking a nap. So I won't roll for Cuddles. I rolled a nat 1, so I got a 4.
Tell you what, Denali, since we're all sort of sharing stories, would you mind sharing some details about where you're from? Home?
Is there anything specific you would like to know?
Roltoon sort of like lets himself like slouch with his arms like this on top of her head, and he's like, and he's like swinging his feet. What was the area like? Where, like, what was the atmosphere and the environment?
She will kind of chuckle. The place that I am from is vastly different from here. It is called the spine of the world. They call it that because when the snow comes, it looks like they hold up, like the mountains hold up the sky. Sorry, I have a dog getting into stuff. Bo, stop. that supports the sky, if you will. The specific place that my people hail from is Sky Tower Shelter. It is carved into the mountains itself. It is as close to the gods that you can get without actually leaving the material plane. Like dying. She kind of whispers. It is...
Excuse me, but oh, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, no,
Continue.
go ahead.
Did you say the spine of the world?
Yes, I did.
Are you from Icewind Dale, by chance?
No, I am from the spine of the world, from Sky Tower Shelter. It is above Icewind Dale, and I am vaguely familiar with the area, but that is not where I'm from. She'll kind of cock her head. You know of it?
My father has given me many tales from Icewind Dale, and he spoke greatly of the spine of the world and the mountaintops that cover the land.
She'll kind of raise her chin a bit. Your father sounds like a good man.
He was kind of rubbing his back. It's like, yeah, he's pretty great. But yeah, he was a great. I heard he was a renowned guide in Icewind Dale, leading travelers from 10 towns to so on and so forth. Is it as snowy and cold as it's said in the, as he described it?
Yes. It is... You keep speaking of a place called Neverwinter. Here, it would be always winter. The winds blow so harshly that if you are not clothed appropriately or not built for those conditions, it will eat you alive. Many of these small folk have tried to venture up, seeking out the tower and our home. But we usually find their corpses before they find our abode.
I have another question for you. Have you met any? You're giantkin, right, Denali?
Goliath, yeah.
Goliath, yeah. What do you know of my father told them in stories, but as frost giants, as they call them?
She smiles fondly, and you'll see her kind of look off into the distance about a little bit. And she will turn to you and tell you that the frost giants, well, all giants really, are kin of my people. But the frost giants are the ones that we aligned with the most. They do not necessarily come from where we are from. There are stories of a maelstrom under the sea. King Hecaton is the ruler. Last I heard, he was still overseeing the ordering. All of the giant cousins have their own quirks, if you will. Some are more aggressive and prone to violence, while others are a bit duller than the hires. But the frost giants, they are level-headed and feel very strongly about maintaining balance, not just among the giant kin, but amongst the small folks as well. Was there a specific subject or area that you are wanting more information on? I can tell you some of the legends and some of the lore. Like, there's a lot of information.
None in particularly, but this does help. Thank you. I just heard my father would always speak about giants, frost giants, and how they would always beat these chromatic white dragons in submission to have them serve under.
Yes. The dragons are the, how you would say, mortal enemies of my giant folk kin. They have a very strong distaste for one another. There are legends that there have been not necessarily treaties among giants and certain dragons, but an understanding. You stay out of my space and I will stay out of yours. Old Nabon is actually one of the ones that will mind their manners and their space so long as their area is not infringed upon. Last I'd heard, and of course it's legend, I don't know how much truth there is to it, but I believe that that old bitch is in the Crypt Garden Forest. They say that she likes to scry on larger cities. She does not, from my knowledge anyway, does not do much scrying on the giant folks, but will spend more of her time spying on people in cities like Neverwinter or Waterdeep. She longs to be where the people are, but she cannot have the powers that she currently possesses and be human. So she lives vicariously through her scrying.
How odd! I've never heard of such of a thing before.
Which
I hear
one?
most dragons are fairly arrogant, but that's surely a new story, something I've never heard before ever.
My people will tell you that they are all vile creatures and should be slain. My only experience has been with that white one that we saw at the ranch.
Well, my knowledge is fairly limited on most dragons. I'm just mostly acutely aware of just the white variety of them and some other chromatics, but the metallics also elude me.
Do you have much experience with other dragons besides that white beast? Or just the stories?
Just the stories. I just know how they operate. The white ones especially. I can't be for sure for the dragons like a black or a green or whatever the colors they go by, but I just know that white dragons in nature are animalistic, which is why they're I can't say the word.
Susceptible.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. I can't say it for the life of me today, but yeah, they are that word to being beaten into submission and being used as mounts. As for an example, frost giants, as my father would tell tales of how they would do it very often.
There was
But
one.
a black or a red one would never fall to such a thing.
Give me a second,
As they're
because as a
just like-
player, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Because I know there's a story of a dragon, an ancient white dragon, but it wasn't a giant rider that it had. It was a dwarven rider, I believe. And the rider is actually dead, but the dragon is so old and senile it doesn't remember or doesn't notice.
It was I forgot. It had like a lot of dragon names are weird. But it's like it had like a really long one. It was like started with an A, like Artavi or whatever. I think I know what you're referring to.
Arathader? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Denali would, as you say, that would kind of mention that, but would tell you that it wasn't a giant folk or any of her kin that were writing it.
And by the way, Polly's ears perk up when she hears them talking about tales and legends and stories. She doesn't say anything though.
Once the conversation sort of like reaches that point, Rothun will sort of call out, "Oh, guys, he'll sort of squint. Over there," and he'll point like sort of off to what's like this sheer cliff face, and he'll say, "There seems to be a sort of cave over there. It's like hidden in a way. It's like I don't want to say mystic, what the fuck is the word? Not mysterious, but mist. It seems mystic as shit. That's what I'm trying to say. And
Mystical?
it looks like, yeah, it looks like there's like even birds are staying away from it, and it looks hidden. Oh wait, is this a gold mine, JJ?
No.
Oh no. Uh, could this? And I'll look
Hey,
to.
mate, I don't see that on my map. Do you see that on your map?
Ooh, a mysterious hidden cave. There must surely be treasure inside. I mean, otherwise, what would be the point?
Has everyone seen this, JJ, or just me?
Um, just I don't know why I pulled up the map, but yeah, just you.
Oh no. Do I see those?
Yeah, you would see that too.
Yeah.
They're all
Uh,
dead. They all appear to be dead.
uh, there's this moment where Rothun's feet stop swinging and he sort of plants against your shoulders and he's like, "Whoop, sorry. Uh, guys, I see orcs. I see orcs near the cave opening. They look dead, but uh, and I guess with what the main map would be, I think this might be a tunnel leading to the gold mine, like a separate tunnel."
Would I know how far away we are still? It looks like we're still pretty far from the mine, yeah?
You're about halfway.
Yeah, so Raskin will say it's probably not that. Too far away still.
Probably will step forward and minor illusion the image of a bas relief sort of map on a table and a little blinking light as to where we approximately are. Maybe off because she's not very good at that. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we're far enough. Like
I'm gonna send you a
trying to
message,
find
Polly.
things. Okay.
But Raskin will point to the map and be like, oh yeah, I think we're about here. Yeah.
Well, if
Yeah,
this
I
is...
mean,
Go ahead.
no, there you go.
Well, if this is not where we need to be, then perhaps we should just keep moving. I don't see anything. Perhaps this high altitude is getting to your head.
Um,
I see.
there
I'm
could be a
not.
magical teleporter inside, though. You never know. And she goes back and she like goes nose to nose with Cuddles, and she's like, a few seconds go by. She's having. She doesn't talk like a cat, you know, but she's like bumping noses with Cuddles. And she's like, you know, this might be. Remember, there was that tunnel that I sent Cuddles down for a long ways. This could be it. It was in this direction anyway. So if there's dead orcs here, then they could be trying to get inside the town through the secret underground area.
Oh no, they don't have a door to protect them.
Well, that door wasn't even there. That was like a jail door, like holding the old woman who was dead. Remember her? The old granny lady? Oh my gosh, I forgot to give them the letters. Oh no.
Rothun will slide off to Nolly's shoulders and go, if anything, you guys can slow your pace a bit, and I go, just pop my head in for a moment, and then he'll look up at the Nolly, sort of firm. I know what I'm seeing, and it is not some trick of the eyes. I know corpses, real or fake, and those are real ones.
Probably will try and shoot one with a firebolt just to check.
Well, I don't want.
She like aims out.
Ooh, never mind. Never mind. Never. Oh wow. Okay. Never mind. We can go. We can go. Come on. And then he'll
What?
like.
What is wrong?
What's wrong?
Oh, I wish I was seeing. I wish I was seeing stuff. I know why there's dead orcs. I just made eye contact. I might be dinner. I just seen two manticores like 20 feet above the cave opening, and they were both very much staring at me.
And
And
as you say this, they Rothun, you see them both kind of look at each other and chuckle a bit, and they kind of so they can speak in common, and they kind of boom this from the top of this cave. They're about 20 feet above the cave, okay, and there's a sister and a brother. Well, there's a girl and a boy, and the girl says, "Well, well, fresh meat on two legs. What are they doing sniffing around our cave, dear brother? Didn't the orcs teach them a lesson already?" And the brother kind of turns at her and responds, "Oh, yes, they did, sister, and those same orcs squealed and split in half trying to break through. These little ones don't even look half as fun. Still, I wonder if they taste better roasted or raw." And they kind of like leap off the rocks a little bit and come flying, kind of like surrounding you guys a bit.
Rothun will look up at everyone. Next time I say I see some shit, I don't want no motherfucker questioning me. That man.
Question, JJ. Do we get
Uh-huh.
any movement before or anything before?
You can, you
your
can,
movement?
you can tell they're not really like combative right now. They're more of just opening a dialogue.
Wait, so what kind of does do I recognize what these creatures are?
Yes, you do. You definitely know they're manticores. You know that they're stupid creatures.
All right, so I think Raskin's gonna say, well, does he know how they taste? Have I eaten manicore
I
before?
fucking love this dude.
Give me a history check. Let's see.
All right.
Connoisseur.
Yeah, right. Delicious in dungeon. History check.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I ate some drugs before. Quite tasty.
Oh
I do-
no, no clue. Okay.
Yeah, you're not quite certain. I mean, you haven't.
But this is all the more exciting. A new
Yeah,
culinary
right.
experience.
Exactly. So Raskin's gonna say, "I didn't pack me dinner, but it looks like it just walked on up on us." And he'll draw his big Bowie knife.
I'm just waiting for him to say, "That's not a knife. This is a knife."
What are you humans doing here? What is your purpose?
We're just traveling on by to the gold mine that's just a bit up ahead.
Quite a coincidence, huh? Meeting paths.
Yeah, I wish we didn't, but yeah, what a coincidence indeed.
What are you doing here?
Oh, we're protecting this cave.
Why?
Kind of look at each other and laugh. You can kind of sense that these are, kind of like little kids. Not little kids, but
Like adolescents?
they're talking. Yeah, they're kind of talking to each other like back and forth, and as little kids do, and they're kind of chuckling to each other. We were told that there are shiny things inside, uh, and it's all ours. That's what our daddy said.
That's awesome. We don't want any of your shiny stuff.
Rothun will look to Rayloff and Conceal when they say that's what the daddy said, and then he'll look back. When was the last time you saw your dad, by the way?
Oh, he was here about an hour ago. Like they even know time.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Rothun will walk over to like shuffle over to Conceal and Rayloff and sort of whisper, I think the manticore we killed before might have been their dad.
But we did not kill a manticore an hour ago.
No, but so before you joined, very early on, a woman near Fandolin, her house was being attacked by a manticore. Just to make a long story short, we made sure that manticore didn't leave. So I'm wondering, what if their dad wasn't really here an hour ago? What if they've just been sitting here on this cave?
Did you eat it?
No, we didn't. What?
Ollie, by the way, is scurried underneath the floating disc and the door, just kind of trying to take a little bit of cover from these creatures. She's can I have her roll to see what she remembers about manticores that she might have read from history or legend?
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember which role that would be, but
You could do history.
okay.
And then as Ruthun says that, can I insight check Daddy was here an hour ago?
Do this anyway.
You know everything about manticores. What now?
After Ruthun
28.
says that, can I insight their dad was here an hour ago and see if they're bullshitting?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Let's see. I've been rolling like shit all night. I'm gonna use an inspiration. Fuck that nat 1. 14, not all. That's better, but
They're kind of being a little bit mischievous, but you can tell that they're being playfully honest. And as you all are kind of just watching them, they're kind of just like flying around you in like circular motion, kind of just like saying things back and forth to each other, like, "I do love when they run. I wish they would just run. Their hearts beat faster. Their blood is warmer." And the brother will say, "Well, it doesn't. I'm not sure that they are here to get anything in the cave. But you know what Rex said? He said, kill anything that moves towards it. I don't know. Does this count as towards it? I mean, they are pretty close."
Wait.
Okay, this has now become my issue.
Yep. Is your Papa Rex?
No. My papa's my papa. Rex is Rex.
Who is Rex? If you don't mind us asking.
I don't know. Papa just told us about him. I guess they made a deal. I don't know.
What would you two like to play a game?
Oh, we love games. Does it involve you running away?
This involves running.
Involves
Or a
what?
running with a little bit of counting.
Jack will come flying down and kind of just sit in front of you. Jill will kind of be at the flank behind Polly, still in the sky.
Polly has created an illusion of at least part of another door that's floating above her.
Okay.
So
Okay.
blocking sight. So at least it's kind of like lurking underneath. Anyway, have fun.
Oh, I love games. What's this game?
Okay.
Look out for their tails.
Yeah, Rothu is like kind of stiffens up a bit. Okay. So the game is you two and me. Here's the game. Down the way we came, there's a group of 3 people, right?
Okay.
So while you guys are gone eating those 3 people, I get to run into the cave. And if you come back and I'm not out of the cave, you get to eat me. And I'm a magic little man, so I taste really good.
Ah, you do smell really good.
Oh my god.
Because we don't JJ. Flip it.
You can't rush greatness.
You can't. God damn it. You said the thing.
Guys, I don't think these are sphinxes.
Rothun, give me a what would that be? Deception?
Persuasion? For the game?
Sure, give me persuasion.
Opening DD Beyond. Come here, no, put that away.
And you can use guidance too if you want.
When you die, can I have your stuff?
Rotun looks up mockingly. My stuff won't fit you.
You can tell when you look at her that she's teasing. This is a terrible idea.
I'm gonna like whisper to Rothun. You should let me be the only one going into the cave.
I'll inspo
I
that.
am
Ooh, everyone's using inspos. I love it.
Where's here? How much do I have? 2?
I don't know. You guys are keeping tracking of them now. I think they're under notes and collab.
Oh, here.
The thread under notes and collab.
Yeah, I have 2. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
use 1 because I'm never gonna get an inspo, so I'm just gonna say fuck it.
What do you mean you're never gonna get an inspo? What?
I doubt myself. Right,
Oh, and
persuasion.
Rayloff, can you add your inspo too down? Because we're gonna.
I'm all on it. I'm all on the inspo.
Right. Can you just put like a little. I'd like everyone to keep track of their
Oh, yeah,
inspos
yeah,
now
got you.
separately
Yeah.
so that I don't have to.
Got you. Is it
well,
in
Yeah, it's notes and collab thread, and then you can just
Got
say
you, got
like
you.
kind of follow the same suit as the others, and then whenever you use one, you can just edit it and say like the date and stuff when you used it.
Got you. There's the
So
thread.
it's 9.
Even with a 9, they're like, oh, this sounds fun. This sounds fun. Okay, how far back were they?
That's the game. You have to fly back until you see them, but they're not far. They're only a shadow's reach away. And for you, fast manticores, they'll be right there in a blink of an eye.
Oh, this is just for me. This is just for me. This is Jack speaking to you. Jill's gonna stay here. You see, we're not that stupid. And Jack will kind of jump up into the sky and fly back to where you guys are coming from.
I'll tell. What was his name? What her sister's name? Jill.
Yep.
Uh, oh my god. I'll tell her. You might need to catch him and tell him the game only works if it's two of you. So if he goes back and you stay here, that's cheating. So you're gonna need to tell him you both need to go. That was the game.
Out. She's like, even I don't fall for that one.
And then all of a sudden, before Jack gets too far, without warning, there's a low, thunderous growl that comes from the top of the cave, about 40 feet
fuck.
above.
That's no good.
Who's your daddy?
And he and this definitely bigger manicore, it's kind of enormous. You can, even from this distance, you can see that he has battle scars on him, definitely more bulky, broken barbs along one wing, and he says, I know that scent. I know those faces. You killed her at the Hill of Winds. You took my mate. Children, kill them. Make them scream.
You got the wrong guy, pal.
And without hesitation, give me 1 second.
Wait a minute. That doesn't line up. Without hesitation, give me 1 second.
Son of a bum.
You suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Give me-
I'm just kidding.
Ah.
Oh no, it sounds like I might get my inflict wounds off faster.
Give me 1 second. I just need to check.
These nuts.
Guy!
20, 40, 50. Yep. Okay. And with a rush of, without any like sort of whatever, he shoots 3 tail spikes. Is it 3? Yeah, 3 tail
Torso.
spikes straight at Rothun.
I'm gonna use my reaction to swap my shield with his.
Very freaking cool. And how much AC does that give him?
That'll give him, I believe it's a +2. Let me double check. Doo. It gives him 1 extra AC.
1 extra AC. Okay.
Yeah. So what you
So-
see is there's like this flash from Denali, like what you see like when she has the echo appear, but instead of like her echo appearing, it's already out. The shield, it's an echo of the shield itself that flies over in front of you, Rathun.
Oh, sweet.
Very
So
cool.
it's one of my current AC,
Mm-hmm.
like 1+.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're at 19 now, correct, Rothun?
Yeah.
For
yeah.
this? Okay. Oh. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. He's very excited.
Did you just rush
So-
greatness?
I think that just greatness came almost unbidden.
Ginger, I have to end session right now. I can't do this anymore.
Okay,
You've ruined all of
so-
our immersion.
Ruin your immersion.
Not ruin my merge.
Here. Oof. Oof. Okay. Okay. My bad. Okay.
You-
So
you
he got
immerse
a
my ruin.
nat 20,
Nice.
and then a 19 plus 5, and then a 2. So the first one, Rothun, comes
So-
flying at you. Go ahead.
So yeah,
What?
I was just gonna ask a question. So Denali was able to use a reaction, right?
Yeah, everyone can use reactions if you want.
Silver barbs,
Oh,
anyone?
okay. So no, I was gonna say, so like,
Oh,
would you say after the first strike, I'd be able to take a reaction, or would I be able to before he shot? Like I see him rear up, and then I'd be able to react.
You can react immediately.
Okay, so I could react before like the chain starts.
Correct.
Okay. Uh,
Well, well, just tell me what you want to do.
I would. Let me read this. Okay. Okay. I would. What's it called? Cast blindness on it, and it would have to make a con save.
That's an action. not a reaction.
That's an action. Yeah.
Well, that's why. Well, that's why I was asking like literal reaction or like something to do but labeled as a
Yeah,
reaction.
it has to
Like-
be
Thank you
a
for the
reaction.
follow.
Correct.
Okay,
Sorry.
So, I hate how it is on mobile. Trying to look for reaction. That's a okay. Never mind. Hit me. Do it. I'll heal
Take
it
it.
back up, fucker.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not within 10 feet of you to block the crit. Plus, I kind of want to keep my reaction. Plus, she's cowering underneath a door.
And we said crit was what? Roll double the damage dice, right? I can't remember.
I
I'm just
can't
gonna
remember,
Raw
honestly.
is double damage dice and then add your modifier if you're doing it
double
raw.
damage dice. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that. Okay, so the first hits you for 15 piercing damage. And the second one hits you for 9.
And the third one misses, I presume.
And the third one, yep, the third one goes flying by. And everyone roll initiative, please.
No, you.
Wow.
I'm rolling fucking awful today. Oh my god.
Time.
And this is where we'll end it. I'll post the order of the initiative in chat, so you guys
I'm
can
rolling like
see. You know,
shit tonight.
Something's wrong, because I'm
And-
seeing all the roll results in D&D Beyond.
you're supposed to. Oh,
I know, I'm kidding. That was
well, it's actually
sarcasm.
working then, right?
Sarcasm! Like, what's wrong? It's actually working. Yeah.
And you got a 5. Okay, so Rothun got a 5, Rayloff got a 10, Katil 8, Polly 18, Denali 7, Don John 11. Correct?
Yep.
Seems so.
Yep.
Very good. Okay. I will post this. And this is where we'll end.
So I'm gonna
Awesome.
go ahead and send you my backup character because I'm at 11 HP already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and send you my backup character because I know everyone else will be able to survive this. I will not.
It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
You guys
Die.
You guys obliterated the first one as level 1 characters.
Yeah,
You
it'll
want-
be fine.
But that was like 5-on-1. There's 3, and also I will if you. Me getting spiked is such bullshit.
And I will.
I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch on Rayloff so hard. He's the
I
one
will
who did
recall.
it.
I will recall. I was rolling really good that day. So
Yeah, I'm about to be like, it was him.
Yeah, I mean, we're level 4. You should be fine.
yeah, I mean,
No.
we'll be fine. Be a-okay.
Yeah, okay, go
I'm
wrong.
fully. I know because he focused all 3 on me. Oh yeah, he's convinced I did it.
If it'll make you feel better, like Jack and Jill are both like adolescents, so they're not gonna be as strong as the dad. So don't fret.
The other interesting
Oh,
thing is that I think of the 6-player characters here, only 3 of us were there for the original Manticore fight.
Yeah, it was-
all he
That is-
needs to do is grab me, take opportunity attacks, and leave, and I'm gone. That's it. I'm cooked.
Oh, thanks
But
for
if-
the idea.
If you disengage, he can't attack.
You are
JJ, I
a
didn't tell you
morsel-sized.
JJ's not.
You are a morsel-sized snack.
I think
Why
he
would
needs
I-
to dodging the entire fight.
I
You
need
got-
to
you got-
heal.
you got
I need
3
to
people who
heal.
can cast healing spells, right?
That what?
If go ahead.
So you got 3 people who can cast healing spells, right?
Yeah. And you got your thing, Rothune. You're fine. You're fine.
What thing? I can't use it on myself.
So JJ, I want to tell you something. JJ. Don't be afraid to let NPCs or enemies to grapple people. So this mana
trust
core wants
me.
to really grapple Rothune into the sky and drop him into the ground. You can totally do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, drop him from 200 feet. He'll be fine. He's practically
Yeah,
a
so I
barbarian.
mean, it kind of stops Denali from hitting hitting the Manticore. So I mean, you can kind of
Yeah.
play with it a bit,
So
And-
there were 10 different things that tonight could have happened. 10 different encounters. So
Nice.
and FYI, after this fight, if you guys make it through,
What's one of the options? All of the above.
you'll be leveling up.
Hell yeah.
So so don't lose hope. Except for
Oh,
you,
I know.
John. You don't level up.
What?
I never lose hope. So failure is the core of a good story. So
Hey, I'll enjoy the level up of my characters with you guys when I meet up with you guys at the gold mine. Because
I mean, new characters start at level 1, right? JJ,
Say that again.
new characters start at level 1 or 2.
New characters?
Yeah, if we have to, if Rothune dies, he has to bring in a new character. It starts at what, level 1 or 2?
I would
Meaning I'm
same level as everyone else.
Too late at night. I think
Oh,
too late at night for the
okay.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
understand what's going on.
My sarcasm is far too dry today.
She
Yeah.
was saying that with
We're
Rothune's next character, everybody else would level up, but he comes in at level 1 and has to
He comes in like
catch up.
under level.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea, actually.
It's an idea.
Consequences.
It's an
Yeah,
idea.
it's an idea. Yeah.
Consequences. Hey man, sorry you died. It's kind of your fault. So you're gonna come in at level 1. You fucking.
I mean, if this doesn't kill you, then the evil slug will.
That's true.
This is true.
I am very convinced this is Rothune's end.
I love how he
So-
just is nonchalantly doing dishes in the background.
Because you know what?
Got some good
I
noise.
mean, you're not
canceling
even down to
stuff.
0 hit points yet. What do you have to complain about?
You'll be fine.
I had an encounter the other day, like I was saying, where we had 4 players and there were 3 revivifies in one fight. 3 deaths, 2 revivifies.
All
So-
Papa needs to do. All
It
Papa
wasn't a
needs to do-
TPK.
All Papa needs to do is when the other one comes back is be like, "Hey, y'all want to be Papa's favorite for the night? Get the small one." And I'm peacing out from the other side, guys. I see you guys in another body.
Look,
Like,
I had a very squishy sorcerer take a hit from me in another game. So I mean,
I don't know. Where's
and he
that-
came
where's
out
that-
fine, even though he
Yeah,
got knocked down a bit.
He was fine. He got up again.
Where's the tough talk?
Real
you know,
quick.
you were like all tough talking that dwarf, and now you're like, where's the bravado? We want to see it.
Yeah, you gotta say it with your chest. Real quick before I
I
forget, Polly, the cards, when you pick them up, you put them back in Denali's bag, right?
No, she took them.
Okay. Fuck.
Paulina, the ultimate yoink meister.
Denali just wants to draw a card right in the middle of the fight or something.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what you want to do?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna fucking do.
That couldn't possibly make it worse.
Rothune's gonna
There you go.
die. Now he's gonna take Rothune's hand and draw the deck. Free hug.
No,
Free
well,
hug.
JJ, is the previous thing we talked about still like an option with the deck? I don't know if you remember it.
Ding my memory. Type it out real quick.
Yeah. I'll message you it.
I would say it with my chest, but I have 2 spikes sticking out of it, so it's kind of hard to breathe at the moment.
Or conversely, your lungs are extra well ventilated, so it's easier to breathe, like a trachea bypass thing.
Man, you 5E players got it easy. Back in 1E, all it took was 2 guys.
Back in my
That's right.
day.
Zero hit points and you're dead. That's right.
There was no there was no down system. If you reached 0 HP, you were done for back in my day. You guys got it easy.
Oh man.
All it took was 2 goblins and you were done for back at level 1. The wizard used to start out with 1 HP.
Well, wizard starts with 1d4, and if you rolled a low con and you rolled a 1 on your die, you could have 0 hit points you could die during character creation.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Because it was the standard was straight rolls down the line. So you just roll 3d6 in order. So.
Yes, Polly.
Okay.
JJ, I don't know what I did to make you so angry with me, but I apologize. I don't know what I did to you.
You know why.
What? I didn't do nothing.
You killed the Manticore's mother.
That was.
He's
the
not
I'm
mad
gonna
at
go
you.
ahead and
He's
end the
not
stream
mad at you.
here,
The
guys.
Manticores are mad at you.
Thank you
That was
guys
the what?
for
I
hanging
didn't
out.
want to say technically.
Let me mute them real quick. Turn them down.
I think Koi technically was the
Thank
one
you
who
guys
killed
for
it, so.
hanging out and
We-
for the support. This group will be back next Monday at midnight Eastern. And some of us may be re-rolling. So you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.